Well, hello, YouTube. Or hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. How's everybody doing tonight? Good evening. Let's see, who do we have here? We got 6 people so far. That's cool. Hey, just Nate, welcome. Appreciate you being here, channel member Nate. I appreciate you. Thank you. Colby Venable, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening, Colby. Tyler Williams member, I really appreciate you too being here this evening. Welcome, Tyler. All right, so tonight's a giveaway. Kind of excited. I think it's a good one. But we're also going to be talking about knife modding and stuff. Some things I did. Change some washers and a few things I actually really did. So we'll talk about that later. Sean Thomas, welcome. Good evening. Appreciate you being here this evening. How is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy week, but pretty good. Just Nate? Oh, I thought you were saying something. No, you're saying, hey, Sean. Yep. What have you all been doing this week? Anything exciting this weekend? Any big plans? Anything that you all did that was exciting? Besides the heat, I think here in Central Texas, we broke a record for the hottest day of the year. We hit 110. It was ridiculous. In true sense of the word, ridiculous. Mod the kazoo and it becomes an OTF. Well, that would be something interesting, wouldn't it? That would be a lot of work, though. Matt D, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for being channel member, Matt. Appreciate you being here this evening. All right. We're just getting started here. It's early, so everyone's kind of trickling in. Took the kids to meet teachers night. Oh, that's always fun. I guess they're a little bit younger. Kind of stop doing that when you get into high school, because my last 2 are in high school right now. They're juniors. I think they would be mortified if I went to meet their teacher, honestly. Colby, appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome so much. Welcome for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I agree with you. It's too hot in Texas, man. We hit 110. 4th and 1st grade. Oh, I remember that. That was a while ago. I'll be hitting that again, I guess, as a grandfather in the future. Hopefully not near future, but in the future. Yeah, it was 110. Today it only got up to 108, so I guess that's better. It looks like we have a few days. The following week it's going to be in the low 100, so maybe 102, 103. So we're excited. We can't wait till we go under 100 into the double digits. Homer Feltus, welcome. Bob Deekema, welcome. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome, both of you, Bob and Homer. Homer, appreciate you being a channel member. Thank you. Yeah, we were just talking about the heat. It's hot here in Texas, Central Texas, and Colby was saying it's too hot in Louisiana as well. So, yeah, it's crazy. Hot and humid in Iowa. I have a friend in Minnesota. He said this week's going to be in the hundreds for them. That's like us getting into the 115s, 120s. Minnesota doesn't get up to 100. That's almost insane. People don't know what to do. Yeah, Homer, it sounds a lot like Houston. Houston's like that, and so is Florida. I have a friend in Tampa, and Florida is just muggy. I remember we went down to visit them, got off the airplane. We were living in Arizona at the time, so Arizona is like 7 to 12% humidity. We got off the plane. I literally like couldn't breathe. It felt like I was breathing water. It was so moist. It was like 99 humidity, and it had just rained, and it was just always humid. You'd sweat because it was hot, but you just never cooled off because nothing would evaporate. So it was not comfortable. I remember Florida was not my favorite. Now I have another friend who lives in Florida, and she loves it. Absolutely loves it. So, you know. 97 with the 70% humidity. Yeah, that is not comfortable. At least we were down in the 20s and the 30s at some point. During the day, when it gets really hot, it drops quite a bit. At night, it gets back up to the 70s. So overnight, it gets humid again, but it's not as dry. At least it's not as dry as last year. Last year, we were in a really bad drought situation. That was pretty bad. I'm assuming the audio is pretty good. Let me just see. I'm going to see if it's delayed. Test, 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 test. Yeah, okay. Looks like my lips are in sync with what I'm saying, so that's good, I guess. I think a couple weeks ago, my lips were like a second and a half behind what the audio was. So that was weird. When I went back to listen to it just to see if it sounded okay, I was a little shocked. So what's everybody been carrying this week? Anything exciting? Got a few knives in that might be future giveaways. Got the little Vision FG. I'll be doing an unboxing review of that one coming up. Interesting little knife. I got to tell you, I like it a whole lot better than the Vision R. Not that I hated the Vision R, but this one has texturing. There's texturing on here. I don't know if you can see that, which to me makes a big difference. It feels like this is a little wider, but I think it's the same width. And I like the thumb studs, and I really like the clip on the side. I mean, that makes it actually carryable. So that's kind of cool. So that's something that we can talk about. I know some people are big fans of it. Let's put it this way. I don't absolutely hate it. The first one I did not care for. It was just really uncomfortable for me, and it hurt my finger quite a bit. It was very difficult to pull that super lock back, and that's what they call this, the super lock. And after a while, my finger was just really uncomfortable. This one's better, definitely better. And I don't know if maybe you could tune the Vision R. Maybe you could. It wasn't my knife. I was being loaned to by somebody here in the matter of fact, one of my subscribers, but it was uncomfortable after a while. So to me, I wasn't a fan for it. If the aesthetic didn't jump out at me, this one does look more appealing for sure. But I think a lot of people are really going to like that one a lot more. Oh, before fishing nonstop, I bet. Oh, Caleb, yeah. Good evening. Hey, welcome, Caleb Iverson. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. It's a giveaway night. So anybody new, just so y'all know, it's a giveaway evening. I did update the link, by the way. You should be able to refresh the page. If you go into the description, there's a giveaway link in there for the video. Just click on that and leave a comment. Make sure it's a PG comment so the YouTube filters don't filter out your comment. Just one entry per person. If you leave more than one, I'll filter out duplicates, but feel free to leave one. Just try to make it a PG comment. Like, subscribe to the videos, please. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, click on that, the videos there. Josh, welcome this evening. Appreciate you being here. Josh, thank you so much for being here on the live stream this evening. All right. So far, we got it seemed like there's more people for the comments, but it looks like saying there's only 6 here. I don't know if that's correct. It makes me wonder if that's absolutely correct. I'm wondering if it's updating as it should. No, it says 13 now. Okay, so somehow it's lagging a little bit. Okay, so that seems more aligned with all the comments I'm seeing. So there we go. Hope everybody has had a good weekend. Besides the heat, we were talking about the heat earlier. We did not care for that yesterday. Here in Central Texas, we hit 110. Should not be hitting the 100 teens. That's ridiculous. So it's 13 degrees there or 113 degrees there? I hope you mean is it 113? Oh, 13. Oh, 13 people here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the temperature just now. Was going back to the temperature. Holly Young, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Holly, welcome. Kelly O'Neill, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome to the live stream. Good luck to everybody. Yeah, definitely. So just for anybody who's new, who may not have been here before, the way we enter is it's in the description. There's a link in the description. Now, if you joined the live stream before I updated it just around 7, a few minutes after 7, you may not see the link in the description just yet, but if you'll refresh your session, jump out, jump back in, or just hit refresh if you're on a computer, maybe, open and close it, get out of the live stream, come right back in it. That will allow you to refresh the description. James Dean, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome to the live stream and giveaway evening. Appreciate you being here. I'm telling you, it's not updating here for me. So we're at 13 right now in the live stream. So we typically, for everybody, we do the giveaway between 7:30 and 8. So sometime in between there, but the link is available now. So in case anybody's curious, I can show you how that's going. So for anybody new, brand new people, just you click on the more button right here. If you have an iPad, you'll see over here on the right, this has been updated. This is the link right here. This is the description area. If you're on an iPhone, usually it's below it, but or an Android, I believe it's also below it, if I'm pretty sure, unless you got one of those widescreen Androids and you're doing, you know, the landscape. But this link right here will be in here. If it's not here, refresh your YouTube session. You click on that, brings you to the giveaway video. It's going to probably put a little ad in there. Looks like we already got 11 comments, so that's cool. Awesome. Then you can, once you do the ad, thank you for watching the ads, by the way. It does help the channel, allows me to buy some of these giveaway things. Quite frankly, this giveaway was purchased with some of the ad revenue. I mean, not all the it wasn't enough revenue for all of it, but it sure helped me buy most of it, or part of it. Let's put it that way. So I appreciate that. And so once you go in here, you just got to leave a comment. Now, if you can, hit the like button and then just leave a comment over here. And make sure it's PG, 1 entry per person. I'll filter out duplicates, but just leave a comment. Make sure YouTube filters don't take you out of it. And then that's it. And you can come back to the live stream. And I'm going to put that back over here so I know how many people are here. Because sometimes my OBS project chat window gets stuck. And I don't always get the chats for a few minutes. And so I have a second one open over here just to make sure I'm keeping up with everybody. Well, Holly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good this evening. Pretty exciting week. Looking forward to cooler temperatures. Looking forward to under the hundreds. I'd love to get into the double digits again. I'm tired of being in the triple digits. I think we had, in the last 2.5, 3 months, we've had one day that was not in triple digits. So we've only had one day that was 97. Every other day has been 100 plus for us. So it's been hot. And we need some rain. Really could use some rain. But otherwise, it's been going pretty good. You know, work's busy, and that's for sure. The kids, my kids are in high school, and one's in band, one's in football, one's in FFA doing showing a sheep, and also in a theater. So I mean, they're all busy. Like we are busy too. So we're traveling all around the state. So it's busy time. Also, the high school tends to have a pretty good football team. So you know, there's a lot of football that goes on here. How about you guys? Hey, Level 1 Up, welcome. Appreciate you being here at the live stream. Thank you for joining. Mersult, welcome this evening. Welcome. Appreciate you being here for the live stream. Thank you for joining. All right, so you put Tiro Tough Scales on your morale. Okay, and added Skiffs. Really like it. Now, is that the morale? Is that the... I want to say, is that the Migaron one? The morale? Well, I'm glad you're here too as well. So I appreciate that. So Mersalt, is that the Migaron one? Am I thinking of the right one? If not, I'm gonna need to look that up, I think. So maybe I'll go over here and just do a quick look. So it's called a morale. Okay, so Moyal. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct. I'm probably butchering it. So if I am, forgive me. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the Migaron one. Okay, yeah. I like that one. Now, did you get the budget one, or did you get the really fancy one? They came out with a really nice one. I was so close to buying it. Just bought too many things lately, but I really want to get it. You won a Grismo Norseman lottery. Wow. You're only $100 short. You're only $100 short. Well, I hope you can make up that $100 pretty quick. Is there any knives you could sell maybe that could make it up for it? You know, it depends on how big of an acquisition is that Norseman, right? You know, it's sometimes you kind of weigh it. What are you willing to get rid of to get that? I do that quite often, so I hear you. I know a lot of people really, really love their Grismo Norseman. It's a really popular knife. The aesthetics doesn't jump out at me, but a lot of people, it really does because it's so unique looking. And I guess if I handled it, it could sway me, right? There's some knives. So for instance, the Spyderco Para 2 and the Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3, I did not like Spyderco when I first saw them. I was not a fan. I thought they were quite ugly. And then after a while, when you carry them, right, and you figure out the finger choil and the aesthetics and the ergonomics, it kind of changes your perspective, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the Migron is kind of like that. I don't know. Hey, Frank, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening on the live stream. Thanks so much. J-Mac, welcome. Welcome on the live stream. Norman Invader, welcome. Howdy to you as well. Appreciate you being here this evening. We are doing a giveaway this evening, just so you all know. There's a link in the description. It is there. If you joined early and you don't see the link and it says the link will be here in square brackets, refresh your YouTube session. Like if you're on an iPhone, close it and open it. If you're in a web browser, refresh the page and it'll load the description with the link in there. Just make sure you leave a PG comment, 1 comment per person. You got to be here to enter. So just make sure that's the case. And everyone's got to be in the USA. I got to have a USA mailing address. I don't care where you live, just got to provide me where I'm shipping it as a USA, continental USA shipping address. I don't care if it's a friend you want me to ship it to, I'm fine. Just as long as it's a USA address. Stupid autocorrect. I know some people's username sometimes when I'm doing trying to say hello, I literally take more time correcting the autocorrect. It's really frustrating, especially if it's like a unique combination, right? And autocorrect really wants to correct it for me. I don't. That's when I don't appreciate that. Oh yeah. So Marcel, I wanted to see. Did you reply to me, Norman? Norseman sell for big discount on secondary. Well, yeah, I have heard that. Now he's looking at the Norseman though. He's not looking at the the Norseman's the one that's got the very unique blade shape. The other one that they make looks a lot like a Herman, right? It's not exactly very different, but has the similarities of a Herman, both that quality and style I like. But Megaron, yes, you said. But now, Marisol, did you tell me if it was? Did you get the budget one or did you get the real fancy one? Either way, I think Skiff washers would really be nice. And if you got the budget one and you put new scales on there, that would make more sense, actually. That probably would step it up a bit. And I believe, is it 14C28N? Yeah, it's 14C28N. All right, so I was going to show you real quick here. Let me... So this is the one I was looking up right here. Here's the Megaron. So, sorry, the Montreal. I'm not saying it correctly. So which one did you get, Mersalt? Is that a kazoo? Yes, it is a kazoo, Chef Rocky. Welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. The kazoo is sort of our thing for the channel. The first night I went live and the channel was monetized and we had memberships and stuff. People were being very gracious, and I really appreciate donations like that. It's very humbling when that happens. But one of the things that I did is I didn't have anything to celebrate it with. And a lot of people have bells and sorts of crazy noises and stuff. So I did the Scottish throat bagpipes. And I was doing it throughout the night. And at the end of the night, I was having a hard time talking. So I ended up recording it on this button. And so the other thing that a lot of people requested was to have a kazoo, right? And so I also have the kazoo. So, you know, if somebody does something cool, you know, we can kazoo them, celebrate, you know, a membership anniversary or something like that, or a new membership or anything like that. It's just kind of a cool way to appreciate them and to celebrate that. So that's what that is. I actually have a special kazoo too. This is the fancy kazoo, right? This one plays a little nicer. That's like, you know, kind of like some people have a small bell, big bell. That's my big bell. And then the gigantic bell is going to be this, right? And that's a recording of the Scottish throat pipes, as I think somebody called it. Paul Aguirre, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you for joining. Oh, hey, Chef Rocky, you have 2 Norseman Rasks. Oh, the Rask, I believe the Rask is the one, right? Let me see here. I think, see here, it's Norseman, Rask, let's just look that up. Grismo knives, here we go. Yeah, the Rask one. So the Rask one, I like that style of knife. That reminds me, it's not the same, it's very different, it's very unique, but it reminds me of a Herman. And the Herman and the Rask are 2 that I think are pretty cool. If I was gonna get a Grismo, that would be the one that I would more likely go for. That or the Herman. But I haven't made that jump yet. You got the base Migron MXG ZT 450 clip. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, okay, the ZT 450 clip. Now, did you get that from, yeah, MXG? Matter of fact, I think I have that clip because I put it on, that clip actually fit on my McNeese until I got the McNeese clip. Yeah, I think it was that one. That sounds familiar. I think it is. I don't know. I'll have to go check, but. Oh, you have a huge book collection. Okay. So you have to sell that first. I got you. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. My family collected a lot of antique books, so I actually have a copy of first edition of Guy de Maupassant up here. So I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He wrote Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So anyways, let's see here. 2 Rasks. That's cool. Yeah, I bet the Rask, it's a very beautiful knife. I can see why the Rask would be more popular. Now, there's some of these variants that I'm kind of a fan of, and some of them I'm not. I like the more plain Jane one or something like that. That's kind of cool. The scales, I'm not sure if I'm digging the scales. I'd have to handle that, see what that looks like. That looks interesting. Well, I never thought of that, Paul, until you said that. So now I hope I can get that out of my mind. That's crazy. All right. Oh yeah, Thomas. Thomas, that's a good question for you, Ms. Mersault. Did you make the scales yourself? That's. I'm curious. You got a Bat Cat Concept Fossa, which was on sale at White Mountain Knives. Very cool. Paul, did you get, by any chance, use my RNK10 code? You probably gotten 10% off if you didn't know. Hopefully you did. And if you didn't know, maybe next time use that RNK10. Most knives you can get 10% off. There's a few exceptions, but most knives you can if you didn't. Just something to think about. I'm sure other people have knife channel codes too, but feel free to use that. I don't get anything out of it. Just I hope it's a benefit to you. Hey, Dwayne Letterman, welcome. Appreciate you being here in the live stream this evening. Thank you so much for joining. It is a giveaway live stream tonight, and we are doing a giveaway of CJRB Large Pyrite. That's going to be pretty exciting coming up. The link for the giveaway video is in the description. It should be there, so make sure you guys enter. 1 entry per person. Keep it PG so YouTube filters don't filter out your comment. All right. That's cool, Paul. Homer Feltus, what's up, Dwayne? Yeah, Dwayne, all right. Hey, Byron Kennedy, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Mine is named the Peanut. She's my everything. Oh, that's cool. For your cat? We have 2 cats in this house. We have one that's a female tabby, which if you know about orange tabbies, only 20% of them are females, and we have one. She has seems like she has a small head, but she's a very big cat. It's just her head is normal size. She's big. She looks like a little lion. And then we have another one. Both of them are rescues. The other one is Oscar. He used to be called Caramel, but we named him Oscar Werthers, in honor of Caramel. He's smaller, but he is a Turkish van cat. We don't have the papers, because if we had the papers, he'd be worth like $1,500 to $2,000 apparently, because they're very desired cats. And he's a very interesting cat, very moody, very attached, really neat cat. Lola, who is the female cat, she's very demanding in attention, and she likes to be aggressively petted. So and when she lays down, she just sprawls out wherever she's at. She's kind of like a female Garfield, I think, but cute. You have her tattooed on your forearm. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh man, I know. I bet, Holly. Hopefully, now, do you have time in order to be able to get that, or did you already miss the lottery? Do you have only a certain amount of time before you can take advantage of that, and that's it? Is polydactyl. Okay, so does that mean it's a what do they call them? Polydactyl means you have an extra toe, which is typical of what do you call the big cats? Not tabbies. They're the ones with the mane. I can't remember, but anyways. Level 1. Have you ever won a giveaway? Okay, no problem, Byron Kennedy. Hey, you know, just lurk away. Make sure did you enter, and just put it on so you can listen in case you get called, right? But make sure you enter in the description so you can for the giveaway. We are around 7:30, so we'll probably do the giveaway in maybe 15 minutes around there. So everybody who's here, if you haven't already entered, the entry link is in the description, just so you know. Danny Sims, welcome this evening. Appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome to the live stream and giveaway this evening. Thanks for joining. Please be sure you enter. It's in the description, everyone, if you haven't already entered. We are giving away, and I'll go ahead and show it right now. I mean, I won't clear it out just now, but so let me make sure I get over here, get the desk. We were looking at some knives. So White Mountain Knives, I got this from White Mountain Knives, of course, and they gave me a little bling to go with it. This is a nice patch. It's a Velcro patch that goes with it. And it's a CJRB. So just in case you're curious, there you go. It's the J19, let me see if you can see that. J1925L-BK, right? We're good? Everybody knows what it is. All right, so that's it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love how CJRB just puts numbers on there with no names. All right. All right, everybody's in. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, 24 hours, I bet. All right, so why is everyone telling him their age? Do you really want to know my age? You don't want to know my age. I'm old. I feel old. I'm not old. I don't feel old. I mean, I have a 25-year-old son, so I'm obviously more than 25. So, all right, so this is the knife. This is the large pyrite compared to, here's my limited edition smaller pyrite. So you want to see the difference. So here's a smaller one, and here's a larger one. You can see the size in the blade. It gives you much more handle shape. So I have large hands widthwise, right? They're short lengthwise, short finger lengthwise. So if you have large, extra large, double extra large hands, you're gonna have tons of room on this one. This one I can get by, and if you choke up, you can do extra large, double extra large hands if you choke up on it, right? But on this one, you can do that just right here. You got plenty of room. So that's nice. It is a button lock, and the button lock works really nice. Matter of fact, I took it apart, cleaned it out, tuned it a little bit, because the button lock was a little gritty at first, and I was a little disappointed. Once I did that, oh, it got really nice. It got so nice that I thought, do I really want to give it away? For a second, I honestly did think that, because I was like, man, that's working really nice. I thought this could make a good car knife, you know, that would be my justification. But I like the G10, by the way. It's got some texture to it. It reminds me of Spyderco, but not quite as aggressive as their G10. But still enough texture for the knife. And then with that little kind of, it's rounded, but it's not really chamfering. It's more rounded, but it kind of gives you a layer to it. So it feels almost contoured, right? Because you have, it kind of breaks a little bit. And so it kind of has a little area to go around, which was kind of comfortable. And being that it's steel liners, and there's a lot of weight relief in there, so it's not super heavy. That's nice. Deep pocket carry clip, reversible. So lefties rejoice, right? It's lefty, left or right. The butt lock works really nice. And as the same on the little Pyrite, the flipping is super, super easy. It's ridiculously easy. You know, you can use a butt lock too. And for those of you guys who like to do this, I like middle finger flicking. So if you put a little pressure on there, easy middle finger flick. And it works because it is a button lock, left-handed, right-handed, really nice. So to me, this is a really fidget-friendly, fun little knife. Well, this is not a little one, this is a big one. And the finger choke up is pretty good. You got some room for clearance. Now, I wouldn't go full flat here. I would do like a curved knuckle, you know, or if you're doing like a precision cut sort of thing, right? But I think it's a pretty good little knife here. This would be a nice little, I think it'd be a good knife for the giveaway. I think hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Old is a state of mind. I feel 18 in some aspects. I hear that. Just turned 41, still think I'm 27. Any of you guys ever wake up sometimes wondering if they ever figure out that, am I really an adult? I'm 54 and I feel like that sometimes. Yeah, I'm 54. I'm not quite that young anymore. I wish I was still young. Man, Holly, I hope you get it in time. And I know that's a big deal. Yeah, I've won some channel memberships myself. I did win a water bottle, a Rec River's Edge Cutlery water bottle on a tri-state giveaway. Now, it took him 6-7 months to ship it out to me because he kept losing my address and forgetting about me. And I finally told him, I said, just, you know, if you want to ship me some stickers, I would be totally cool. But he ended up shipping the water bottle anyways. But it's on my shelf over there. I keep it just because it's like the one thing I won. That Tuya Hive. Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So I'm catching up on the thing. Now, what I like about the reason why I have the hive here, I have it here for a reason, because here we go. You'll see the aesthetic on that is really nice and has a, not that it's a copy, but it's very similar feel, right? You can see that to Shiro and the hive here. This is the guy, Bade Modern Designs, who made the stunner, if you know about that one. But it's really nice. The hollow grind is ridiculous. I don't know if you can see that hollow grind. Let's see if we can get up there. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in. Zoom, here we go. Let's see if we can get that. Can you see that hollow grind? There we go. It is ridiculous. Beautiful hollow grind. I like that. And this has Skiff washers in there. Now I had to tune the detent because it was a bit ridiculous on the detent. It was really, really strong. But I like this. It's carbon fiber on one side and black titanium on the other with a titanium clip. It is really nice. And there's enough of in the hollow grind in here, if you can get your finger in there, you can middle finger flick it too. So, you know, that's up to you if you like middle finger flicking a knife. It's a little harder to do left-handed. It is possible. You just got to get in there and use a clip. You got to leverage a clip. Do you guys have any question about that one? Oops, let me put that back over here. Make sure I'm catching up here. See if I missed anything. Did anybody ask me any other questions? Oh, you won a Tucson from Javon? That's pretty cool, Marisol. Hey, that's more than I've ever won as far. No, I did win from We Knives. I forgot. On Instagram, I won a knife from We Knives. I did. I did win a knife, yes. But it was directly from We Knives. It was one of their Instagram giveaways. I couldn't believe it. Matter of fact, I had people messaging me saying, hey, did you see you won? That was really cool. That was really nice. I will tell you, Paul, I think it's a really nice knife. If you do skiffs, I would recommend skiffs on this for sure, because I put skiffs in there. And then I would recommend tuning the detent, unless you love crazy, crazy strong detent. And if you do, you might like it. But even with the tuned detent, it's still pretty snappy. I mean, this is with a tuned detent and very light. I found it to be almost a little ridiculous. I mean, I think Kevin would have even called it a heavy detent the way I got it the first time, just so you know. Hey, Vampire Grandpa, I appreciate you vaping, Grandpa. Vampire. I'm sorry. I don't know where I got that. Vaping Grandpa, welcome. Appreciate you being here on the live stream. Man, I don't know where I got that from. That was weird. If you're a vampire, I don't want to know. Boy, that made me laugh so hard. Sorry. I totally misread that. Let's see here. Yeah, the Shiro. Yeah, this is the E-Knives one. So if you're familiar with E-Knives, this was their exclusive that they ran. It's one of the Ursa series. So it's the Chromax PM steel, which I don't know a lot about, but I got to tell you, it sharpens and is pretty. It's up there with like my S110V and my MagnaCut 63 HRC. It's up there as far as it took a long time to strop this edge because it was sharp when it came in, but you know, I like it crazy sharp, right? I like to be able to shave the arm, and you can see that here compared to this arm. You'll see there's a lot missing there because I like to make sure I shave the hair off, and then I feel like the knife is sharp. But the action is ridiculous. So you get right here, it has a ramp, and it holds here at the ramp, and then you just kind of drop it, and it just drops like that. So it's not a double detent. Some people thought it's a double detent. It's not. There's one detent, and you just got to get over the ramp, and all you got to do is, which is nice because it catches, and then you just a gentle nudge, and it goes. Now, if you go all the way past it, you got to be careful of the guillotine because it will come down and guillotine on you, and there's really not a place to catch it. So that's why I really like that little detent right there, and the ramp, it's just enough to catch for me. If I don't, then I'll just do that. But it is buttery smooth. It's got the multi-row washers, so yeah, that is true. Now, this is different. This is the budget version, right? So it's not contoured. It's got a little less milling on there. There is a little hint of some of the milling that you normally get there, but everything else is pretty plain Jane as far as like Shiro goes. It doesn't have a backspacer. It has a standoff, but I mean, come on. Look at that standoff. That's a very impressive standoff. That's even more impressive than my, that's more impressive than I think a hinderer. I mean, just look at it. It's milled and contoured, that standoff. That's like next level there. So anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. But I get it. That snap action. And the reason why it does that is because here's your pivot. Here's the flipper. The flipper is up elevated above the central point of your pivot. So the center of axis right here is in the pivot, and the flipper is above that. And so the leverage on that is ridiculous. It just gives you a beautiful snap. There's no tuning whatsoever of this needed at all, right? And however you want to do it, it works. It's really nice. So, but it's a flipper only, but it's all right. It's a flipper only. So there you go. Oh, somebody joined. Hey, Granny, welcome. Granny or Granny? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thanks so much for joining. Did I miss anybody else? Beaver Baron, welcome. Appreciate you being here. I don't think I said hello to you yet, but welcome, Beaver Baron. Colby, I said hello to you. I'm pretty sure. Danny, I said hello. Yeah. Sean Thomas, did I say hello to you? I don't remember, but hello, welcome. Appreciate you being here on the live stream. All right, so I think I caught up. I don't know if I've caught up in all the comments, so if I missed something, please let me know. Holly, use a photo editing software and really dial in your own aesthetic and just improve the quality of photos. Try watching a bunch of photography tricks, videos, and give it a try. Yeah, I agree with that, Level 1 Up. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's some good forums. There's some good YouTube channels. Some YouTube memberships that you can be a part of. I follow them. There's a lot of really cool Photoshop editing, even if you just use Aperture or something like that. There's a lot of good tools out there, especially learn layers. Layers is really cool, and there's a lot of little tools within that. Kevin Nelson, welcome. Appreciate being here. Sean Thomas, welcome this evening. Kelly O'Neill, welcome. Oh, wait, I said hello to you, Kelly. Yeah, I think I did. Silva Kalmar, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here this evening. Welcome to the live stream. So we are doing a giveaway this evening, and we're getting close to that time. We're about to do the giveaway. So let's review real quick. To enter the giveaway, you have to go into the description, and I'll review it here real quick for everybody. Everybody's on here. Looks like we got about 38 folks on here. So in the view, if you have an iPhone or an Android, it's going to probably be more level like this, but there's going to be a little description underneath here, and it'll say more or something like that. You click on that. This is the live stream that we're on right now. And in here, there's going to be a link. Click here to enter. This is a link to another video. You want to click on that video. So make sure you like and subscribe. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. I would appreciate it. Hit that like button like that for the video. But then when you go to the giveaway video, it's going to pop up here. It's going to post a little ad. I appreciate you guys allowing that ad to play because it helps the channel, and that's how it allowed me to pay for some of these giveaways. So thank you. All right, so it's played a little bit. So here's the giveaway video. What you want to do here is you want to just leave a comment. Make sure, and hit the like button too if you haven't. Make sure you leave a comment. It's PG, right? So YouTube filter doesn't filter you out. 1 entry per person. Just enter, just leave a comment, whatever it is. Just make sure it doesn't get filtered out. But that's all you got to do is just leave a comment. And I can see we already got, looks like 21 comments in here. So that's cool. We're getting there. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back over here to the live stream. I'm using this to kind of keep track. But that's how you enter the live stream. I mean, that's how you enter the giveaway, okay? If you haven't already done that, please do so. Now, you got to be here when we pull your name. So, and I'll review here's the rules real quick if we want to do that. I'll just go over the rules. Okay, I want to make sure. I need to make one of these and mat it because it reflects sometimes with the lights that I have. But so you must be 18 years old. That's the first thing. So if you're not 18, make sure you have someone who's 18 who represents you, right? You must contact me within 7 days at the email address at robsnerdyknives@gmail.com. That email is the same address if you go to on a website on a computer browser and you log into YouTube. There's a link for the email address to contact the channel. That's the same address. So if you don't get this, that's where it is, but you can come back and look at the live stream and get this address. And then you must provide a valid continental USA address. I need to ship it somewhere in the USA. I don't care if you're out of country, as long as I'm shipping it to the USA. If you have a friend, somebody, a family that I can ship it to, that they'll get the knife, or you'll go meet them there and to get the knife, that's fine, right? But I just want to make sure it's USA address only. And then any return shipments forfeits the prize. It'll be drawn for the next giveaway. And I say that because whatever address you put in there, if you're the winner, I'm going to cut and paste that right directly into my USPS mail app. Just cut and paste it right in. And then by contacting me, you acknowledge you're adhering to the state and local knife laws. You have to adhere to those, right? So contacting me means you're adhering. And then you must follow some quick, simple steps. It's super easy. You can ask any of the previous winners. I'll give you some screenshots, and all you got to do is do a quick thing just to confirm who you are. I'm doing that now as the channel grows. We have more people, I want to make sure the people who win the knife, and you get the knife, okay? So to me, that's the important thing. So let me go ahead and put that off. And I'm going to move some of these things out of the way because we're about to, I don't know, do I need to move this out of the way? What do you guys think? This is patch you get with it. This is the CJRB, and the knife giveaway is going to be this right here. And I'll just put that on top. This is the giveaway knife right here. It's the large pyrite. So let me focus in on that a little bit. Zoom in on the browser. Where are we? Come on, web browser. All right, so this is the giveaway knife. It's a large CJRB, deep pocket carry, reversible left and right, button lock, really great action. This is ARRP M9 steel. It's a powdered artisan cutlery proprietary steel. If you didn't know, CJRB is part of Artisan Cutlery. It is one of their subsidiaries. It's their budget line, basically, but they do really good jobs. A lot of their knives are just outstanding. Action on this is really nice. I took it apart. I tuned it a little bit, and I fixed it up. It was a little gritty at first, so I cleaned it out, and it's beautifully centered. Action's really nice now. It's so nice that for a second, I was telling people earlier, I almost thought of keeping it. I got to be honest with you. It's that nice. But anyways, I buy some of these knives to review, but also as giveaways. I really wanted to get a chance to try out the large pyrite and compare it to the small one. And I like it. I really do. I think it's a great knife for people who are thinking the pyrite was too small. You're going to like this. And if you're waiting for something fancy on this, this would make a great utility knife. You can use and beat this up, but if you're looking for something a little fancier, I am pretty sure they're going to come out with some variants of this. I have no doubt. But if you win this, then it's one of those knives you can beat up. Oh, Cheeto Bandito, did I just see you joining? Welcome. Is that Cheeto Bandito or is that somebody else? Somebody's saying Soggy Cheeto. Is that somebody? Soggy Cheeto. Okay. I thought it was Cheeto Bandito. Hey, Soggy Cheeto, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. I don't think I've had opportunity to say hello and welcome before, so welcome. Mina Milton, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you for being channel member, Mina Milton. Appreciate that very much. Who else did I miss? I think I said hello to everybody else, but Mina Milton, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Michael Upchurch, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Several previous winners are here again, so that's awesome. The link for the giveaway is in the description. If you have not already entered, I'll give everybody a few more minutes to enter. If you just joined, so please do join in the description. Chances look like it's going to be pretty good tonight. Not a lot of people here. I thought there'd be more. I kind of tried to get the word out, talking about the giveaway, and I thought maybe the large pyrite might entice people to come here. Maybe it's not as enticing as I thought it would be, but I still think it's a pretty cool pyrite. I think it's really nice. Oh, I need to wipe that off. Oh, let me put a little oil on there, a little dab of oil. Sometimes I think I was, this is a knife that I didn't carry a hard use, but I will tell you, I did try it out and do different things with it just to see, because I was doing a review on it, right? So it's not going to be like, wasn't hard used, carried and beaten up or anything like that, but I did at times cut some cardboard and stuff with it. So you just know that. So, if Just so you know, it's not. It might have had a little light use for the reviews. So, but it's a free knife. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Let's see here. Oh, Cheeto Bandito. All right, Cheeto Bandito, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Wait, is Cheeto here? Cheeto Bandito here? I'm curious. Is Silva? Am I saying this correct? Or is it Siva? Siva Kalmar. Welcome, Siva Kalmar. Appreciate you being here. I hope I'm saying that right. Appreciate being on the live stream. Who did I miss? I feel like I missed somebody here. Soggy is Cheeto Bandito. Oh, he changed the name. Okay, all right. Just throwing me off there for a second. All right. Well, Soggy Cheeto, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Now I feel sorry about that. Oh, crunchy Cheetos dipped in creamy peanut butter. Thank me later. All right, that sounds different. That sounds unique enough that it might be worth trying. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm not a peanut butter cookie fan, but weird things with Cheetos, I could dig that. I could dig that. All right, so this is the pyrite we're giving away. Did everybody get a chance to enter? Everybody get a chance to enter. Let me go ahead and put this stuff off to the side. We'll move this off a little bit here. Get this off to the side here a little bit. Trying to get that off. All right. And then we'll talk a little bit about the modding and stuff that is our topic tonight. So this is the giveaway. You can get a nice knife patch. You get a knife. It has a nice zipper pouch. And if you didn't see this, just so real quick, I'm stalling just so somebody can enter. This is a patch. You see it's got Velcro here, and you could sew this on, or you can put it on there. So that's a little extra bling from White Mountain Knives. By the way, if you go to White Mountain Knives, use RNK10, you get 10% off. I get nothing out of it, but you guys get 10%. And it's my way of just hopefully helping you guys buy some more knives. And I'm hoping if a lot of people go over there, maybe Justin over there will say, hey, you sent a lot of people my way. Maybe let you borrow a knife or two to review. And that's kind of what I'm hoping out of it. So you get 10% off, and maybe at some point I have a little more content so you guys can make some better knife decisions, I hope. All right, so do I get royalty soggy Cheeto? Wendy's Foggies oh yes, Wendy's fries with a Frosty, it's the best. You got to do the chocolate fries though. I mean the chocolate shake, right? I know they have different shakes out there now, but it was always a chocolate shake with the French fries. I love that. I remember I did that a few times and people were like, what in the world? And sure enough, later on they were doing it. My sons all thought I was weird, and now they all do it. All right, so we're getting close here. Let's go ahead and get ready to do the giveaway. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over here on the link. Let me get the thing up. All right, so this is the YouTube comment picker. All right, so I'm gonna go back over here to the YouTube channel. This is the live stream. I'm gonna click on the live stream just so we can get the link. Oh, let's do the mute the sound here because we don't want to take any copyright stuff going on there. All right, so this is the giveaway. This is the live stream that we're on right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click down here in the description, and you'll see here, this is the giveaway. This is the link, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. If you haven't already done that, I'm kind of doing it so you guys can do it. And then here is the share. I'm going to grab the link here. I'm going to copy this just to make sure everybody sees. This is the giveaway video. Everybody good with that? All right. Then I'm going to go back over to the YouTube comment picker. Then we're going to paste in the comment. All right. So there's the comment. All right. Everybody ready? Then I'm going to filter duplicate users. We'll probably have to do a little math down here. 11 plus that is 11. All right. Is everybody ready for the giveaway? Everybody ready? Everybody had a chance to enter? Did you all get a chance to enter? Anybody need another minute to enter. You have to click on that link if you didn't do it. Didn't leave a comment. Everybody good? All right, good luck to everybody. So let me get the number of comments here. Here we go. We got 33, 1 in a 33 chance. That's a pretty good chance tonight. Man, I would like to get in more of those giveaways. That's a really good chance. All right. All right, so let's go down here to the winner. Well, good luck to everybody. And I'm asking one last time. There's nobody we missed, right? So, all right, here we go. Good luck to everybody. 3, 2, 1. Level 1 up. Oh my gosh, didn't somebody earlier ask if level 1 up had won before? I think somebody asked that, right? Was that you, Tyler, that asked that? I thought. That is hilarious. Level 1 up is the winner. Level 1 up. You are here, right? Tell me you're here. Please make sure you are here. It's level 1 up here. I know he was here earlier. Please, level 1, be here. I'll give him a few minutes. Maybe he's off doing something and having to run back over and log back in or something. It's got to make sure. Oh, there you are. There you are. Yes, sir. Yes, way. Yes, way. You are the winner. You are the winner. Congratulations. You are the winner. Thank you, Rob. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, level 1. So let me get you the email address, and we'll jump back over there. All right. So this is the email address that you want to contact me at. Let me go ahead and see if I can put it here so it's a little bit of an angle. There you go. So it's a little easier to read it so it doesn't reflect. All right. Can you see that? All right. So it's robsnerdyknives@gmail.com. Please email me at robsnerdyknives@gmail.com. And then I will get back to you. I may not get back to you tonight or tomorrow. I work, and sometimes, you know, staying up late, I got to catch up and stuff. So, but congratulations to you. Level on up. Level on up. I keep saying level 1 up. I don't know why I say that, but congratulations, level on up. All right, we'll get that out to you this week, or hopefully by this week or near the end of the week, depending on how busy this week goes. It's a matter of fact of getting it to the post office and dropping it off, right? All right, so that's what it is. Hey, we're at 2.42 subscribers. We are almost half of the way there to the 3K. I can't believe it. I'm actually starting to ramp up for that. I've got a couple of things that I'm holding off to the side for the big 3K, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I really appreciate you guys checking out the videos, and I hope the content is worthwhile, entertaining, or informative. But I also appreciate you guys sharing the good word. So thank you to you guys. So what we do now, I know some of you guys are going to want to leave, and we already lost like 10 people, which I understand. Some people are here for the giveaway. I get it. We're going to just talk knives, and we're going to talk about the topic tonight is knife modding. It's and I actually wrote it down. So it's modding a knife or two, things we do to make our knives even better. All right. So that's the giveaway tonight. I mean, that's the giveaway. That's the topic for tonight. So let me go ahead and put this away, and then we can get into some of that. And I was going to show you a couple things I did this week that I think is kind of cool. And it was, you know, it's when you ever get a knife that you really, really, really like a lot, and it just has something that's a fatal flaw. And it's enough to be a fatal flaw that if you can't get past it, you're going to sell the knife. You can't keep it because it's too uncomfortable, right? Oh, by the way, level on up, you will also obviously get a Rob's Nerdy Knives sticker. I will actually throw that in there. I mean, hopefully, you know, something you can keep, you know, or throw darts at if you're feeling in the mood. I'm fine with that. You know, whatever you want to do with it, it would be your sticker to do as you please. But I will include that as well. Just if I can get that sticker back in so it's nice and in there. Yep, we can put that in there. All right. Will that fit in there? Yeah, that will fit in there. All right, good. So I can get all that in there. Okay, cool. So let me put all this stuff back here, and then we'll talk a little bit about knives. I think that'll be a fun topic this evening. Try to organize some of this stuff. All right. right, sorry, I'm just trying to put this back here so we can have something we can look at. This, you know, people often ask, why do you put this out here? It's eye candy, right? It's knife candy, knife eye candy. I don't know. These are things part of my collection that I enjoy. These are knives I have carried, enjoyed carrying, and sometimes I just open up my case and just flick because I like these knives, even if I may not carry it that week. So you modified one of my one of your Norsemen, Rocky. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, from the Way of the Knife. Yeah, they do some great stuff. Now those guys are professionals, right? And I thought of that. I thought of contacting the knife modders or somebody like that and saying, hey, could you do something? So let me talk about the first thing that I did. You probably saw some of the videos on it. I really liked the Golden Design Works, the standard. And I got these this extra scales that he has. These are the raw titanium scales. And I like that. I had the gray ones and I still like those. They're dimple pattern. But when I saw this, I thought, man, this would just look really nice raw titanium. I kind of like that. Well, when I got them, they were unprocessed. They were just milled and that's it. So every one of these edges was sharp. And so when I put them on, I put them in my pocket, it was a shredder in my pocket. I literally saw denim dust fly out of my pocket because it was literally filing my pocket down. And I thought, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. And so I didn't know what I was going to do, right? And I was kind of bummed. Now, I will tell you, several of the people who got the prototype of this, I wasn't one of them, but like Metal Complex, I believe Neve's Knives, a lot of them suggested that he do a cutout. He didn't. He kept the aesthetic where it was perfectly like that. But that was the hardest thing for me because I would have to go in like this. And when I did that, it would sometimes guillotine my thumb. And I got a few cuts from it. And that to me can be a killer of a knife, right? That can ruin a knife for me. And so when I got the scales, I thought, you know, I like these scales. So I got a Dremel. Super cheap, right? Get them on Amazon. And it had a wire little bristle. And so I ran that and I got rid of the sharpiness. So like when I used to have my Andrew Demko in the 3V with the textured titanium, if I had known this, I would have done that on that one because that would have made that one awesome. So I did that and got rid of all those sharp edges and made it really nice. And then I thought, let's give it a try. So what I ended up doing, and I'll show you here, I ended up milling this out. I don't know if you can see that. I cut this whole section out and then I softened this all the way to the edge. Now, it's not perfectly polished like the rest of it. This is sort of a satin finish or bead blasted. And then this looks like, but it still looks like, I don't know, I guess you could call it, maybe it looks like a rock stone washed or something like that, but it's with the wire thing. But it's out of sight, right? It's not really visible. So to me, it's not terribly ugly. I mean, this is not like a, you know, a fancy Koenig or something I did this on. If I did that, I would obviously get a knife modder or somebody to do it. But this made this knife now where I could open this like this. So see, I can come in here and I can open this and it catches on, no, oops, sorry. Forgot I was zoomed in. So it catches on the thumb. So when it comes down, my thumb can catch it and I'm no longer worried about the guillotine. And that makes it a really nice, fun, fidgety knife again. I can do that. And it's really easy to get to because the cutaway, I can easily get in there and I don't feel like I'm trying to poke my tip of my finger in there to open it and get it just right. So that's really nice. I do like that. So that was one of the things that I did this week. And of course, it has Skiff washers in there. So I don't know about you guys. Have any of you guys done any cutaways on your knives like that? Oh, who joined? Lord Needham, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening, Lord Needham. Thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let's see here, make sure I said hello to everybody as I was talking about the little cutaway that I did on this knife. Thomas McDonald. Appreciate that. Thank you for the nice comment. Thank you. Yeah. It turned out a lot better than I expected. For a first time ever doing this, I was pretty pleased. And I thought to myself, you know, if I were to get another couple of Dremel tools, I could polish that out and make it look pretty nice. I mean, as it is, if you do a real close up here, it doesn't look terrible. It really doesn't. It actually looks really good. I mean, quite frankly, I was really surprised. And, you know, of course, I took it apart and I did just the liner itself. So I didn't touch any of the rest of it. So that was really nice. And I don't know, I just made this a really nice little knife and really fun and fidgety. So I really enjoyed that a lot. Oh, okay. We need a video of something that Chef did. Let Chef Rocky. All right, Rocky. So what did he use? On Instagram, you did something on Instagram. Let me back up because you guys are talking about something he probably did that sounds pretty cool. Am I missing it? Let's see. All right, Chef Rocky. You modify, oh, one of your Norsemen. All right, that's the one you're talking about. So, Chef Rocky, what did you do to your Norsemen? I didn't see your notes on what you actually did. Hey, Granny, you're welcome, by the way, if you're still here. I saw a few comments there. I wanted to make sure I replied. So, Josh, you cut out the lock bar axis or the detent ramp. Okay, so this is a pretty common thing for you, huh? For me, this was the first time. So I felt a little adventurous doing that. And I will tell you, honestly, okay, truth be told, what started this whole thing was I had a carbon fiber lander, and this is the Urban EDC with the M391, and I put the Smoky Mountain Knife Works Mars Valley fat carbon scales on there, and I didn't really like the way it was cut out, and so I used my deburring tool here that I have, and this is before I had the Dremel, and I would scrape it very roundedly, and it came out really nice with a much better relief cut there, which is very similar to what the Unlock Composite Scales does, and this made the action and the axis is really, really nice. So, you know, the first thing I thought, you know, that's really possible and it's not too difficult. So I did it on a carbon fiber scales. So then when getting the Dremel, it was the next step to try. So it sounds like you did that. So just out of curiosity, what started, I mean, do you work in metal machinery and stuff like that your whole life? And is that something like it was a no-brainer, or was that something you've never done before, and what prompted you to do it? Mind and Milton, I will answer your question about the Vision in just a second. I just was going to finish up real quick on this one. We talked about it a little bit earlier, and I do like it. It is nicer than the Vision R for me, for comfort-wise, because, you know, the Vision R was a little uncomfortable, and the reason why, it had some jimping on here, and we can talk about that. There's one thing I wish they would do that would make it perfect, but that's just me. Yeah, level 1, that is always the biggest thing. So you guys remember I did the Quiet Carry Large IQ unboxing, and then I never did a video review on it. And you know, I've opened some other Quiet Carries, and I've gotten some knives from them to review, like the Drift LC, which I really, really enjoy. And I've been trying to encourage them highly to get a titanium scale for this, because that would be awesome. I did mention the little challenge I had with the Large IQ, and I talked to Kevin over at Knife Nerdery, and we both kind of had the same thing. It was kind of a radial cutout, right? And what I mean by radial cutout, if you don't know what that is, let me see if I can show you that. So this little part right here, this is the lock bar, and normally it's chamfered, which is usually like a 45-degree angle, or it could be different angles, but usually 45, you know, maybe 60-degree angle, depending on maybe 50, 60-degree angle. To allow you to easily access that lock bar to disengage it, right? Well, some people will radial chamfer it. They'll do a round cut in there because they feel like a finger fits in there, and it gives you a little bit of an edge if it's a tight one to get to, so it can catch on there. And that works in smaller knives, really thin, smaller knives. But if you large scale something and you have a large radial chamfering, it's not very comfortable. And I didn't like it, especially if you're fidgety with your knives, which I am. And so that kind of... yeah, I ended up returning it, but they had a huge sale on them, and they still are on sale. As a matter of fact, we can take a look. It was such a great sale that I thought maybe I should give it a try, right? So let me see if I can find it here. Let me find the link to the site real quick here. Quiet Carry, where are you? There you are. All right, so Large IQ. Yep, it's still on sale. So $186. Normally it's $310, so it's almost half price. It's like 40% off. And this one's sold out now. These two, they still have some available. So that's a really crazy price. It's really good. But I was having an issue with the cutout part. Let me see if they show it. And they don't really show it, but it's radial. And so I like this knife. My very first, I had the small IQ and I really loved that. It was the first knife that had a buttery smooth action. And I love that knife a lot. And but it was just too small after a while. And when I started getting larger size knives and I realized, well, this fits a little better. But then I was so excited to see this. So I'm going to probably modify that lock bar and the cutout. It's going to be very minimal. It's not going to be on the outside scale. It will be all on the inside. Just get a little better access. So that's just something that I plan to do, and I feel like it's worth trying. I was actually thinking of maybe getting a knife modders to do something. So. Okay, so Paul, you sent your Sage 1 Maximate Gray Factory 2nd for Creative Freedom package. Oh, they posted pics of it a few days ago on their IG. Okay, how do you like what they did? Do you like it? Oh yeah, Lander 2, that's right. That's coming out. That's the axis lock or the crossbar lock, right? All right, I am way behind in comments here, so if you guys are saying stuff, I apologize. All right, I love the 9. I wish they would do a Warncliffe. Yeah, that would be cool. I could see that. The Warncliffe on the 9, that would look really nice. The drop point's kind of cool. I don't know if you... I guess it's a drop point or is it a clip point, really? Because you look at that and it's pretty flat, but it almost... Oh, sorry, not showing it, not showing it. It almost looks like, to me, like a clip point, but it's really... Well, I mean, it's clipped, right? Technically, does it have to have the bow in it to be a Bowie? You know, I don't know. It's all a matter of perspective. Modified drop point, clip point, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I could see that. I still like the big flat edge, you know, nice flat grinds, really nice slicer. I love that. No, I did not get a Null Voodoo. From what I gather, they sold out pretty, even though he's supposed to have a lot more inventory, they sold out pretty quick. I kind of look at that. That's one of those knives that, you know, after a while, it's just my perspective, okay? After a while on knives like that, if I go in the hunt for it and it's impossible to get, then after a while, the hunt is not there anymore for it, right? You know, it'll have to be something that I happen to come across it again. And the Voodoo has kind of become that because I got really excited for it for a couple of drops and I couldn't get it. And that's more disappointing to get excited for it and not be able to get it. It's one of those where I really thought I could get it in the way everyone talked about it. And no, it's more, you know, that's frustrating for me. That's just, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. That's personally just frustration for me. So that's kind of where I stand on that. I didn't get it. I wish I would love to one day check it out. I would love to try it. I'm sure it's a great knife. It's just impossible for me to get a hold of. It's kind of like the Mordax. Matter of fact, I spoke to ProTech about it, and they said they're supposed to be dropping some at Blade HQ coming up. I'm not holding my breath. I'm really not. I'm not holding my breath for the Mordax. Still my Bigfoot knife. It's another one of those that's kind of a love-hate relationship, right? Yeah, they'd use a satin finish on the blade. It would be nice if they did a stonewash, wouldn't it? Like, I really appreciate it on the large IQ. That's a stonewash finish. To me, that's really nice because that takes more of a beating. Less things show up. So I enjoyed that. So Paul, you got a Knoll Knives? Is that what you're saying? Lord Needham, you got a Knoll Knives? All right, so you guys got in on it. You must have done the pre-orders. I'm not a pre-order guy. I did my one pre-order that I did took 13 months to do. And after that, I just kind of like, I don't want to do a pre-order again. I mean, you got delayed by a quarter to half a year. And I was like, no, I don't. Maybe that's, everyone's fine with that. But for me, it's like, no, I could rather do other things. You know, there's just too many good knives out there, quite frankly, that I'm not going to be pitted in a corner where I feel like I have to. So that's just my way I look at it. you can do whatever you want. It's your money, right? You do whatever you get. But that's just kind of where I did with my pre-order. So you're in awe, huh, Tyler? That's awesome. That's great. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Super jealous. Is the time of the year where you can get a really good deal on knives that have issues for then mod it yourself. I like that, Byron. Yeah, I agree. I suspect that the Quiet Carry Large IQ is probably going to get redesigned, or they're going to do something different. It's a great knife. I just really feel that cutaway and the lock bar chamfering on there, if they could have fixed that, that knife could have been money. Really could have been money. It was a small thing for them to do. And I suggested that. I mean, even if they just had a Dremel or somebody that would just kind of modify that, I think it would be, I don't know. I think it would be good, but that's just me. But I respect, they're committed to their design, and it's their knife. They're selling it. They're going to do what they want to do. But if they're going to sell it to me at a great deal, I may do something so I enjoy it. There was a Mordax on knife sale. Okay, so mind, Milton, was that a, okay, I've seen a lot of Mordaxes, but they're the old drop Mordaxes in the 20 CV. That's the one I had. I sold that one because I wanted to get the newer MagnaCut, the one with the 62, 63 HRC. Don't want to get the early one. I have a TR3 in MagnaCut, and that's the 6061 HRC in MagnaCut, which is okay. It's tough, right? You get the 6061. It's a tougher cut of MagnaCut, but the edge retention and other stuff you miss out on. You pre-ordered a Jetstream. Oh, Tyler, are you talking about the Voodoo knives that they had on Friday? Yeah, I'd heard about that and looked, and they were gone. At least when I looked. And other people said that when they looked, they were gone. Yes, Lord Needham and Paul, I am liking the Shiro still very much, very, very much. And the Chromax PM steel, I've been stropping this and handling this, and it handles like I'm stropping S110V steel or MagnaCut at 62, 63 HRC. It takes a bit of work to strop, but it holds that edge really nicely. Everything I read on there, it's supposed to be like a really nice variant of LMAX. That's what somebody said. I don't know. I don't know the exact details because I don't really have a whole lot of technical papers on it. But apparently Shiro's version of the Chromax is pretty good. So I like it. Oh man, Tyler, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That deserves the big one. I think, I don't know, Tyler, do you want the Scottish throat pipes, or I'm going to give you the kazoo, and then if you want throat pipes, I'll do that too. So Tyler, in honor of that and a great appreciation for that, I really, really feel like I need to go ahead and salute to you. So thank you, Tyler. Appreciate the big for the giveaway shipping. Congrats, level 1 up. Have a great stream, y'all. Well, thank you so much, Tyler. I really appreciate that. Yeah, congrats, level 1 up. That's awesome. So thank you so much. That is super cool. I do really, really appreciate that, man. You have no idea. That's awesome. Thank you. It is MagnaCut. Okay, all right. So Mind of Milton, of course, we're going to have to go check that out now, aren't we? So let's go look. If you guys haven't done the link, I do have a link in my in YouTube. If you, just in case you didn't know, I'm going to go back here in the live stream here. If you go down here to the more section, I know this is self-plugging, but it doesn't cost you anything. If you just click on this link here and open up a new page like this, what happens is it helps the channel out. Every time you click on it, you don't have to buy anything. Just click on the link. And if you buy something, that's great. But if you just click on the link, it helps the channel. So I'm just going to let you know. If you guys get a chance to do that, I would appreciate it. Thank you. But on that note, let's look. Oh. Barely carried 400. That's 130 above. Nah, no. That's cool, but that's 130 above. I like the Mordax, but I don't like it that much. I mean, That's even more than I paid for the for the factor. The factor I end up paying. What did I pay? $450 for it, right? But it was normally $375, so 75 above. And you figure with the shipping, I covered the shipping, and then you figure the fees. That 75 covered the shipping and the fees for the guy, so he broke even. And I was okay with that. That, yeah, no, I don't think so. I like it. Like I said, the Magna Cut, because it's taken so long to get to it, I'm not as so desperate to get it now. It's just kind of what happened is, you know, when distance makes the heart go fonder, but time can make the heart go bitter, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's a real phrase, but I'm coming up with it, right? All right, Tyler, just for you. So normally what I do is this right here. And I did that because one night we were doing this, and this is where it comes from. Just this is for Tyler because that's special. So here we go. It's called the Scottish throat pipes. There you go, or bagpipes. And you know where I learned that? It was in college, probably having a few too many beers. So some of the things you do in college with beers is probably not always wise, but get a lot of laughs, I think. Oh, you're watching The Witcher Season 3. Well, all right, enjoy that. Appreciate you being here, Paul. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining. Crunchy Cheetos and creamy peanut butter. I got to try that. I actually have some Cheetos and some creamy peanut butter. I'm going to try that, Paul. You just dropped prices on your NAV sales listing. Oh, that's cool. Did you have some things for sale too? You're not the one selling this one, are you? Okay, I didn't think, because I don't know who's the seller on this one. Blade Twin Z. Okay, so there we go. So NAV sale doesn't sponsor my channel like they do with Tri-State, but I mean, if you click on the link, I get a little something. But I do like to go there because they have some cool stuff. You guys got me in trouble before, especially with that factor. That was that was pretty crazy that night. So Lord Needham, what are you selling? I'm kind of curious. Now I got to go look. All right, so let's see here. Buy. We'll click on the buy. Oh, a Berg's blade. That's nice. Okay. Oh, I do like that, but $300. Wow, that's. Wonder why they're selling it. I really enjoyed mine. This one is phenomenal, and Skiff washers. Man, you know this thing works. It's beautiful. And it's one of my most enjoyable fidgety ones. And it flicks really, really well. And there's no tuning, hardly. Well, I might have tuned it like microscopically just for the front flipper because I wanted to be able to do the finger flip like this. And when I first got it, it was shredding my knuckle. But it probably didn't need it. If I'd have waited maybe a couple of months, it would have been fine. But I wanted to do that right away. All right, so Berg blade, that's a cool one. All right, the Benchmade Mini Crooked River. All right, so if you're in here, it's going to be Lord Needham. All right, it's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, Holly, yeah, if you want to get that one, go for it. I like the Mordax. I'm just not $130 above retail liking the Mordax, right? That's a lot. I don't know. It seems like it would have to be like a Blade Show special with the if it had the abalone like button lock or something. Oh, a Rockwall? Okay, a GOM, crawler, and a Raptor. Okay, so we'll have to take a look at that. Cool, cool. Okay, the GOM. I gotta go look at that. All right, so what is that? GOM. Is that abbreviation for something that I don't know? Is that like an insider information I feel like I should know? All right, so we got a giant mouse. You got a Jack Wolf. That's a cool one. That's actually a really good price. Wow. Wonder why he's selling that. That's a really good price for that one. Giant mouse. Well, let's take a look. Never carried. Cut a single box. Yeah, if you want Jack Wolf, I know the Feel Good is really popular. And is this one? The Blue Dark Matter. Oh. Oh. Hmm. I have to think about that one. Okay. I'm not a big slip joint fan, but if I was going to get one, it'd be a Jack Wolf, I think. God of Mischief. Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Cold Steel 4, Recon 1. All right, all right. We got the Mordax. Here we go. The Mordax. All right. Got the Medford. Okay. I'm not a Medford fan. That's different. A Max Ace. That's a giant knife. If you're like giant knives, that's a cool one. The Spyderco Subvert 20 CV 300. That seems like a really good price for a Subvert. Huh. Okay. I think those are normally like $400 or $500, aren't they? Am I thinking of the right one? Isn't that like normally over $400? All right. Got the Emerson Mini. Okay, that's interesting. The Lion Steel Rock. Yeah, it's interesting, but Lion Steel is not great with their steel heat treats, and that's the only reason why I really don't. I used to love Lion Steel. I wanted to get one, and I'm kind of glad I didn't after I kind of found out the heat treat's not the best. And then I found out ZT, their heat treats from the earlier knives was much better than their more recent ones. Now, with Kershaw's kind of kicking it up, I'm hoping ZT will be kicking it up too. I'm really looking forward to a soon revival of ZT, because ZT's been kind of a sleeping giant, you know what I mean? I feel like they've been lying a little too long. All right, the Kaiser Begletter, that's cool. A Wii Speedster, okay, that's not bad. 185, that seems okay. All right, Urban EDC Supply, 200. Oh, that's a little high, but that's not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's $35 less if the shipping is included, I guess, but there's always taxes on that, so you're looking at $216 probably. I don't know. I got mine. If you sign up for the mail list at Urban EDC, they still sell these. I'm not trying to take that sale away from everybody, but I'm just saying they sell these. Sometimes you can get a discount, nice big discount, and you can get this pretty cheap. Like this one, I got relatively a good deal on it. I'll just say it's a little bit better than that price. So if you're looking to get one right away, that's a good price, but I don't know. Now, the only thing I would say is like mine comes with the Lynch clip, which is really nice, by the way. I do like that Lynch clip, but that's me. Let's see, what do we got here? Wreck Scorpion. Okay, pair 3. We got a little native. We got a native 5. Zero tolerance. Ooh, 808. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got the Booyah. What is this? The Best Tech Booyah. I don't know that one. That's interesting. All right, so is it, Lord Needham, is it way back in there? Should I just look for God of Mischief probably? Let's see. All right. The liner. Now, this is a good price, 175 bucks for this banter. And I suspect why they sold it is probably because it's a little uncomfortable. It's kind of a sharp edge. For 75, if you decide to get that, that's a good price. Get the unlocked composite scales and put those on there. That makes that a completely different knife. Matter of fact, I have it right over here. And if you didn't know that, most of you guys know that, but here is my banter with the unlocked composite scales. And what makes it super cool, I don't know if you can see this. Here, let me zoom in on that. Nope, not that. Fool me, here we go. All right, so you can see the unlock right there. The cutout is really nice. It makes this super accessible, super comfortable, and action is great with that. That was my biggest gripe with the banter. I think if they could, once that with the unlock composite scales, made it amazing. All right, so search Lord Needham. All right, so I came to the end of the first page, so let me do that. All right, so Lord, it is with a dot, yeah. Oh, did I spell that wrong? Maybe it's 2 different words. Let's put a space in there. Okay. How about I do this? Let's do it over here. Oh, it's not helping me. It's not allowing me to do that. Lord Needham. Oh, underscore. All right, there you go. That helps. It's not liking it. Let's try just Needham, see if it can do a Boolean search. Does it do Boolean search? Let me put a wildcard in there. Nope. Yeah, I'm not finding it with that. It's weird. Okay. Let's see what this is. I'll click on this link here. What is this for? NFK, all right, 20. All right, there we go. Yeah, so if you guys haven't, oh, I'm not subscribed. There we go. We'll have to do that. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, get a chance to subscribe over here to NFK 20. By all means, please do. Make sure you watch a video or a short or something. Just click on it and watch it so he can get the credit for the view, right? Because if you don't click on the link and it might undo that, just so you know. Okay. All right, so Lord Needham, I'm having a hard time finding your stuff. I did do that. All right, so is there a way here to find by seller? Is there a way to search by seller? Oh, filter sellers. Okay, how about right here? Maybe this is the only place I can do it is over here. Let me try that. Okay, no, it is period. All right, so Lord Needham, apparently on the webpage, I've got to do it over here. Okay. All right, so I don't do it up here. I got to do it in the menu. All right, so in case anybody's curious, if you're looking by sellers, I didn't know this. This is my first time to figure this out. This apparently is the name of the knife. This over here is going to be the sellers. You have to click over here and then apply it up here like this. So now I'm filtering by sellers and it says no results for sellers. Why is that? Why is there no results for sellers? Did you sell everything, Lord Needham? Is it all sold? Maybe everything's sold. I wonder if he sold everything. All right, let's apply that. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. It looks like everything got sold. All right. Well, so I'm going to go back over here. Well, so that was one of the things that I modded. The other thing that I did do this week, by the way, just in case you're curious, we can come back to that, is I put new Skiff washers in both my Quiet Carry Large, my Drift LC, sorry, and my 9. Now, here's the thing. Did it need Skiff washers? No. Did it have great action already? Yes. Did Skiff washers make it any better? A little bit. Is it noticeable? For me, absolutely. It made it, it's not that it wasn't buttery smooth. It was pretty creamy, right? But it was like creamy, like there was a couple of chunks of butter that hadn't kind of broken up yet. But this made it like glass on glass running on oil between the two. It is just super buttery smooth. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it except to tell you that it's just super buttery smooth. And I don't know if you can see that action. It kind of has a real control glide shut. And the drift did as well. The drift, did it need it? Absolutely not. But man, I could feel it. I could feel it. It's just that much nicer. So that was a couple other things that I did. And I got a whole bunch of extra washers in. I'm going to be trying to replace a few other things. That was really cool. Oh, something that happened this week too. I got a backspacer on my McNeese Mac 2. This dark bronze was given to me as a gift, and man, it's just super, super nice. And by the way, Check out James Dean on Instagram, James Dean _EDC on Instagram. Please, let's see if we can find him. I need to do that because he gifted that to me. It was just really nice, man. I was really blown away by that. That was awesome. So let me see if I can find him here real quick. I'm going to look over here. Give me just a second, guys. I got to type this in here, EDC Instagram. I want to make sure I'm typing this right. There we are. So, just want to give a shout out to him right there. If you get a chance, go check out his Instagram page. Please do. And maybe subscribe if you can. But I got to tell you right here, this made it really nice. And this is the lynch clip. I got that with the atomic wash, and I think McNeese must have done that to it. But man, that just gives it just a really nice feel. It works really, works really, really nice. I love that clip. And there's nothing wrong with the other clip, but I like the deep pocket carry clip. Really is nice. And that backspacer, did it need a backspacer? No. Does a backspacer look nice? Yes, very much so. I don't know. I think it's really cool, especially if you're doing I guess a push cut. You got a little traction there. Am I justifying it? Absolutely. Do I need it? No, but it's so cool. So anyways, I thought it was nice. So thank you to James Dean for that. Please give him go to Instagram, but that was a really awesome. And I got that clip to match it. I just thought it was really nice. Those are small things. Like I said, I was going to do that on the IQ. I was going to do that on the large IQ. And then I did it on the standard. Oh, I don't know if you saw, I had a little question out to some of you guys, if you remember. I did end up finding something for this, and I'll show you. And I think we talked about it last time. How many times a week should you post on Instagram? You know, that's a good question. I see people post several times a day on Instagram. And I think it comes into the point of, you know, what are you posting? Some people like to post really artistic, beautiful shots. They're very, very well laid out and everything. Lord Needham, his pictures are amazing. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance to check Lord Needham out, his stuff is crazy, really nice. And he posts several things a day, and it's really a lot of fun to see that one. So, you know, if that's what you do, then yeah, I do some videos of knives pretty much. Hey, Louie, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thanks for joining the live stream. We're just talking knives. Hey, you know, Brandon, Brand New American. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Brand New American, welcome. Appreciate you joining the live stream. Thank you for joining this evening. Did I miss anybody? Who else did I miss? Did I said hello, Norm? Yeah, I did. Let's see here. I think everybody I said hello. Todd Carr, did I say hello? If I didn't, Todd, hello. Welcome. The Ginger Fisher 75. I think I said hello, but if I didn't, I will say hello. Yeah, okay, no, I didn't say hello, so welcome. We had the giveaway, did that earlier, about 7:45. Oh man, thank you so much. That's awesome. Rocky, I really appreciate that. All right, well, thank you very much, Rocky Graham. It said, Rob's Learning Knife gave some memberships this evening. I really appreciate that very much. All right, so that deserves a double. I'm going to have to give the pipes out here for that, and then we'll do a little the Scottish throat pipes as well. But Rocky, thank you, and then I'm going to salute each new member. So thank you, Rocky, and for that, Rocky, I'm going to do the. And then let's celebrate all the new members that we have here. So let's do that. All right. So first new member we got is, all right, we got Level On Up. All right, so level on up. So welcome, Todd Carr. Appreciate that. So welcome. And Norman Invader, hey, welcome. And who else do we got here? Norman Invader and NFK20, so welcome. So awesome, thank you guys. Oh, Thomas McDonald, welcome as well, so thank you. I thought I counted 5 already, so is that 6? But welcome all you guys. I just miscounted, I think. Yeah, I did. I did indeed. Okay, well, welcome all you guys. Thank you for joining, being channel members. I really appreciate that. You know, that's what allows me to do like the giveaways and stuff. Because right now, I mean, just so you know, I don't make money on the channel. It covers the cost of some of these giveaways, right? Not all of them, but it covers the cost and allows me to, I think, get some nicer giveaways. I could go for the really $20 knives, you know, and some of them are good. Don't get me wrong. I like to give a little nicer knives away. I like to spend a little bit more, and I think those are some good giveaways. So, and I appreciate that. So, thank you guys. I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea. That's huge. So, thank you for the memberships, Rocky. Thank you, and all you guys for being members. I really do appreciate that very, very much. And I do. You know, you get some emoji icons to use, but you also get. We'll also have some special polls and some content and stuff like that. So that's the other thing that happens as well. I've got to do that. Team Rob go. Thank you, Louie. I appreciate that. Yeah. There was a large pyrite. Yeah, the large pyrite. So that was the one that we, were you here earlier for the giveaway? Do you want to see it? I'll show you the one that they won. Is that something you want to see, NFK20? Yeah, it came out. So this was the giveaway that, that was won. And I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Let me open that slowly. I think I'm catching on the plastic there. There we go. So the one I got was a G10. There's different variations. I got the black G10. I thought that was kind of cool. And I actually took this apart because it was a little gritty when I got it. And so compared to the smaller one, or the first pyrite, you can see the difference in size there. So you can see it is much larger. So if you have larger hands, it's definitely going to be advantageous to get the larger one, right? The action on this one, once I took it apart and I oiled it and tuned it, it's so much better. So much better that like I was telling people earlier, I contemplated maybe keeping this one. But yeah, it's a really nice knife. I think for larger hands, you're going to really like that. And it chokes up really nicely as well. So that's the larger pyrite, if you didn't know about that. Yeah, so it's pretty good size. Definitely very handy if you're looking for a bigger version. Because I know some people, when they got the pyrite, they're like, it's just too small. I think that's the answer right there. And so as a giveaway, I think it's great. Now, if you're looking at it and go, well, I'm not ready to buy that because I don't think I want G10 or something, just wait. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a much fancier versions, just like what they did with the Felspar. So I have a Felspar over here. When the Felspar first came out, it was super inexpensive, and then White Mountain Knives had this exclusive. This is red fat carbon, M390 blade steel, and it came with a flipper and the thumb studs. This is a large Felspar, and let me show you the size-wise. It's about the size of the large pyrite, and they still have these, matter of fact, for sale. I think like 150, but this is a nice size one too, definitely for larger hands, and you can choke up on this a little bit. It's a very controlled choke. I don't know if I would do that. But you've got plenty of room for extra large, double extra, even 3 extra large hands here. And I love the milling on the back here. Really nice milling. But I was going to say, what they did with the pyrite, I am pretty sure they're going to do with this as well. I'm pretty sure about that. I just think it's a matter of waiting, right? You're going to have to be patient and wait for it. So that's the deal. Oh, Chef Rocky, welcome. I appreciate you being welcome. Yeah. So thank you for being a knives enthusiast. I got to give you a salute for that. Absolutely. So appreciate you. In honor of that, I'll do a quick, here we go. So Chef Rocky, that was rough. That was rough, but it's still a salute. It's a rough salute, but it's still a salute. All right. Got to practice that a little bit more, but thank you. Appreciate you being a member. I really do appreciate that a lot, man. All you guys, thank you so much. So, yeah. All right, so mine and Milton, you're heading out? Is that what I'm saying? Or are they heading out? I didn't see. Let's see. Did I miss people saying goodnight? All right, so you're going to wake up a bit early tomorrow. All right, Lord Needham, well, I appreciate that. By the way, Lord Needham, just to let you know, I did do a search on nav sale for Lord Needham, and I found the place to filter it, and there was nothing listed there. I think all your stuff either sold or it wasn't showing in the search. So I guess maybe everything you listed sold. Congrats. We didn't get to even look at it. That was that good. So cool. And somebody was asking about how's the thickness on the large one. Are you talking about the pyrite or are you talking about the feldspar? I will tell you the pyrite felt like it was about the same thickness. So I keep putting it away. I probably should leave it out since you guys still have some questions. All we're doing is just looking at it. And that was kind of the point of getting the knife, so we could all take a look at it, right? So I'll leave it out for now, and then I'll pack it up to ship once we confirm. But let's look here. All right, so it looks about the same blade stock thickness, but you know what? We can measure that. So let me see. Let me get my caliber out here, and let's see what we got here. So we're at 104, 105 thousandths of an inch. So it's 0.1, about 0.1 inches. Let's see what this one comes out at. All right, all right, so it's 0.004 more. So it's about the same. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's about the same thickness of blade. Drinkwater, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thanks so much for joining the live stream. We've been talking about knives and modding and stuff and all sorts of cool things. I was showing the knife that was won earlier, and this was trying to find it. Yeah, this was the knife that was won earlier, and it's a large pyrite. And so people are asking about the thickness on there. I really like this knife. I think it turned out pretty well. So. All right. Oh, you got to run to do some adulting, Rocky Graham. Hey, appreciate you being here, Rocky, again. Thanks so much for joining the live stream so much. And yeah, a couple of the folks, by the way, Rocky, I don't know if you know this, a few of the folks actually got a hold of a voodoo. They actually got their voodoos, which is kind of a bummer. I would like to have gotten a hold of one too, right? But it's kind of cool. I think Tyler got one, and I think Lord Needham had one. So those guys, I don't know if they were on the pre-order, but they definitely were the fortunate ones. I say that. Because that's a hard knife to get a hold of. It's kind of like trying to get a Rosie, you know, it's like trying to get a Koenig, it's trying to get any of those knives. Those are challenging. Just like I was really crazy blown away that I actually got a chance to get a hold of this Shiro. I mean, now, granted, this is a lower end Shiro, but there's nothing lower end about that, I got to tell you. But yeah, so. All right, so let me click on that. We'll go to that. I'll do the link. I did it before. All right, so now there it's showing. It didn't load for me when I did the filter, so thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mina Milton. All right, so let me show that to you guys real quick. All right, so here's Lord Needham's page, and you saw the link, and he's selling, a rock wall. That's nice. Oh, is that the golf ball texture? Oh, no, it's a frag pattern. That's nice. That's cool. Okay. So it's a frag one there. All right. Then we got an arcane crawler. If you like that design, you got a renegade. Okay, that's cool. That's definitely a very strong, I don't know, do you call that reverse? Tonto, Warncliffe, modified, whatever, I don't know. And then there's a Brian Brown Raptor. Okay. And is that looks like a micarta. Is that micarta? Yeah, micarta version. I had the River's Edge Cutlery version. I like that one. That was a nice knife. It was I will tell you, I got the Trogon, which I liked a little bit more than that one, so I decided to stay with that one. But I like the Raptor. The Raptor was pretty cool. It's a cool design. It reminds me of a Ware knife. Their designs are really cool. Now, you were talking about the GAW or something like that? The God of War, the GAW or whatever, God of War, GOW. I don't see that. I guess that one sold. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's the GO. Okay. All right. Renegade GOM, God of War. Okay, so that's the one. That looks big, though. How big is that? Does it have the sizes on there? It looks like it's over 8 inches. It looks like it might be a 9-inch knife. Anyways, that looks like a big one. Hey, level up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, cool. Dihydrogen monoxide. How's a little drink and a spilled milk? Yeah, dihydrogen monoxide. That has hydrogen bonding. You know, it's considered on the acidic scale. It's actually considered an acid with a very, very low acidity. If you take Bohr's chemical model of acids, right? You talk about the hydrogen bonding and adhesion. So sorry, got a little nerdy there, but anyways. So you finally got a chance to check out the Pyrite? The Blade HQ exclusive one was the one that was sold out. Yeah, that would be the nicer one to get. But you know, you can go to CJRB and you could use my link, I think, and if the price is about the same, I think they do a pretty good job. It just takes like a week for it to come in, but we could look at that if you're curious. Artisan cutlery. Here we go. Yep, artisan cutlery. So this is, you can get a pink one if you have somebody, you know, in your family, you want a special someone that likes pink, you can get that. Oh, here we got some of these other ones. Oh, these are all the other ones. So if you're interested in some of these, and then you can make, here's the bigger version. Oh, look at these. Oh, I like that G10. That's really cool. And then these exclusives. Okay, so you have the Damasteel. I think that's S90V and another Damasteel. So there you go. So there's quite a few options out there if you're interested. I do. I have the 9 here. The one I have right here is this one. And this has the this is the titanium with the carbon fiber inlay. Typically this comes with micarta, but I was able to get it with the carbon fiber. Sometimes, I guess knowing the guys helps a little bit, you know, especially, you know, when I had a chance to review this knife as well. So I got this one in black, but I have the black hardware on this one right here. And I like the all black hardware on this, and I like the black titanium on this. But yes, I do like the quiet carries. I've had quite a few of them, so those are a really nice knife. Dang Ross, you were talking about Damasteel, okay? Yeah, it does, right? Level on up. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, level on up. That would be really cool. I would like to see that. I mean, they have the black blade, okay, so I don't know if you saw this one. I have, and I know it's kind of, I don't know if they still make this one. I mean, they're not going to make this a limited edition, but this is the S35VN, and this is what the black, ooh, almost dropped that. This is the black blade right here, and it's got the micarta inlay. I have 2 or 3 knives with micarta in them. Very few knives, but this one I like. This works really well. And that has the micarta, and it's a black blade. So this, to me, you know, all blacked out like that, that's kind of cool. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, your brother's going to post some videos. What's he going to post a video of? I feel like I'm missing something, man. Like something really cool. All right, so let's go back over here. Oh, getting some right. Okay. Hey, brand new American, shopping bike parts lurking in the next tab. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Is that motorcycle or is that like, you know, bicycling, like cycling? I have 2 brothers that hardcore cycle. And then, you know, one used to be a motorcyclist, loved motorcycling. Oh, you got 2 knives, 2 new knives coming in tomorrow. Oh, cool. What are you getting? NFK, that's cool. That's cool. I don't have any necessarily knives ordered this week. I mean, I have knives coming in from manufacturers like QSP. I have some samples coming in for prototypes and stuff that I'll get a chance to check out. They're not going to be my knives, but they're, you know, a part of the Apex group and another pass around that I'm part of, where we get to pass the knives along. So really cool, because that helps out, because sometimes, you know, ordering knives can get expensive. But I've got a couple of knives coming in from QSP I'm going to be checking out. But they're, you know, they're budget knives, but I like some of the QSP stuff. It's pretty cool. Matter of fact, I was going to, man, I don't know. Oh, from Muthafin? NFK. Okay, so you got a new knife day. Okay. Hey, did y'all know yesterday was National Knife Day? Did anybody know that? I didn't know that until halfway through the day, but it was National Knife Day. I thought that's kind of cool. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention to you, we were talking about modding, right? It was one other thing that I hadn't mentioned to you guys. Let me put this over here. Let's see if I still have it open. Yeah, here we are. Motorcycle, that's cool. Brand new American. Is it Harley? You driving a? What are you driving a? Goldwing, a Honda? You driving a Kawasaki? What are you looking for parts for? That's cool. Or you got one of those fancy ones, the real, really nice ones that I can't even imagine. All right, so I got one of these guys. Is this it? Yeah, this one right here. I got one of these for the Hinderer. So I'm going to put that on there. And I know I wanted to get maybe original Hinderer scale, but I did a lot of research on this, and people who've had this, they really, really like theirs. And apparently Menton Boss does a really, really outstanding job on them. And it is actually a little bit more, but and it's a full scale. It is a full scale replacement. You're not putting titanium on top of the liner. So that's cool. And I happened to be checking him out over on Etsy because he sells a lot of stuff on Etsy, and they were on sale for 10% off. And I was like, what? So that was a no-brainer. So I decided I wasn't planning on doing that one, but I ended up doing it because it was on sale. So, it's hard to say no to a sale like that, especially when you really want it and you don't need much to go off the edge. I mean, someone could have blown in my back and I'd probably have done it. You know what I mean? you know how that is. I'm sure you guys know. Like, you just got to be like, it's like, oh, everybody watch Pirate EDC over on Instagram? He is hilarious. He did that one video where somebody dropped something and it bounced over and it pushed him, and then he dropped something out of his hand and it fell on his iPad, and it ordered like 4 knives for him. It was like hilarious. It's just, I thought I was going to shoot my tea out my nose because it was so funny. No, I did not, James Dean. I did not get a Voodoo. I went over there and I missed it. It was gone. So I don't know if I came over late and they sold out really fast, or what, but when I came over, they were gone. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about? Pirate EDC. I think that it's not Screaming Pirate EDC. It's the other guy. He is hilarious. I got to find him though. I follow him, and he's great. Let me see if I can find him. I'm going to go ahead and I'll send you the link, but he is worth following on Instagram. Raven the Pirate. That's who it is. Yeah, Raven the Pirate. So let me see if I can find that. If you don't know who he is, Raven the Pirate. Am I saying that right? All right, let's do this. Probably can just add it here. Yeah, here we go. If you want some he makes some funny videos. I cannot recommend him enough. Man, he is like to Instagram what Tri-State is to YouTube. Just my opinion. Yeah, right? I'm throwing it down. Where is the video still? Is this the one? I gotta log in, and it's probably copyrighted, so I can't really do it. But go check him out. His stuff is hilarious. He is really good. I think he started off as a professional photographer, and then decided to do this full time. And you can see why he does it. I mean, it's It's good stuff. It's very, very fun to watch. He's a lot of fun. So anyways. Yeah. You know, I would look at seconds, James Dean, and that's the thing. The only thing I worry about with seconds, I mean, I'm cool with it. You know, I did a seconds on the factor. I just got to make sure it's a reasonable price. Even though the factor was more than the original price, it wasn't absolutely unreasonable. I easily could justify what he asked for because it covered the shipping, it covered his listing costs. And I was fine with that. I just saw like that Mordax that was $130 above listing. That's too much, you know. And that's the thing about the Voodoo. They're so popular. I've never seen them cheaper than list price ever. So if you find one at list price or less, let me know, because that'd be interesting. As long as it's in like mint condition, right? That's the only time you find something usually less than that is if it's been beat up and used. I would recommend the Factor. The Factor is pretty good. I like the Factor. That's a pretty nice knife for sure. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised with that knife. And Brian Winters is a really cool guy. So I'm gonna see if we can get a hold of that B3. We'll see. But I'm kind of waiting to see what he's coming out with next. It'll be kind of interesting. Yeah, Raven the Pirate. Thank you, Tyler. Yeah. Seconds definitely, yeah, sold in 4 seconds. Okay, that's exactly why. Okay, so I was talking to Rocky earlier, and we were talking about it, and he had tried, I think it was the second or third or fourth time trying to get one, like myself, and we had the same issue. We couldn't get one. You know, it was sold out so fast. I used to have that issue with like EMP with EDC. His stuff would sell out so fast, and then finally he started having enough inventory that if you were on there for like an hour or two, he had inventory enough to cover for an hour or two, which to me, everything's still sold out. You were very fortunate to get one still, but you could get one if you really wanted one. That's the problem with some knives. You can't. Like the Roosevelts, you know, the lotteries where I could probably get in on, it's usually when they're so expensive. They're like the zirconium and, you know, Timascus, and those are way more than the $800, right? And when he has those, I've never had a chance to get in on those. The Koenig is one of those knives that I see people own. I don't know how they get a hold of them. I don't know where they sell them, where they buy them, but you know, the Herman, I like the fact that DLT Trading is selling those. So it looks like you could get a chance of getting one. I'm pretty sure they sell it pretty quick, but you know, it's a high-end knife. So it's more of someone who really wants it. Because you can get a Herman directly from Polish Custom Knives. It just takes a while to get it in. And you got to pay for the import, export, and all that stuff. Where's Kyle when you need him? Does Kyle have like the inside connection for knives or something? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely very unique. And that's what makes it kind of cool, right? And I see people with it. But here's the thing about a knife like that. Is the Knoll knives a collection piece only? Because here's the thing that when I make a decision to buy a knife, you know, I use my knives. I use them. And I don't abuse them. Some of them I'll carry, but I'm not going to go out and beat them up, right? You know, and I'm not going to go out and whacking my trees down with a custom Trevor Berger or a Shirgorov, right? I'm not going to do that. But I'll open packages, boxes, letters, envelopes. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll open cases of water, no problem. So here's a question I have with that. I don't see a lot of Knoll knives used like that. I see people using their Shirgorovs. I see people using the Hinders. I see people using their McNees. Like I clean out, I helped my son clean out his sheep's pen. Had a bunch of sunflower trees. I call them trees because the stalks were like some were that thick and they were like a branch and you had to whack at them. I used this knife and I beat the heck out of those knives. I used this as a workhorse knife and I was whacking in everything because it's MagnaCut and the HRC on this was phenomenal and it worked great. Not a problem. I like using my knives. Some knives I will use more than others, right? But I don't see a lot of people doing that with the null knives, right? So it is a user for you, Tyler. Okay, so you would, okay. I just don't see a lot of people use it. So, and I'll tell you why I say that. It's not because I'm against it or anything. It's just part of my factors is I always want to consider, I see people buy knives for collection pieces, but I don't see them carry them a lot. But when I see people that have nice knives and they carry them and they use them, that makes me think, okay, it's a comfortable everyday EDC type of knife. Because I know several people who buy knives that are really cool, really unique, but they're not comfortable to EDC. They're not reasonable to EDC. They're not reasonable for fidget factor, but they're cool and they're collection pieces. And that's totally cool if that's what some people do. They have collection pieces and I respect that. It's just not my cup of tea, right? I'd like to carry every knife. If I don't carry it, if I can't enjoy it, it's not a collection. It's not part of my collection. It's not necessarily a collection piece. Like this right here. This almost got sold. And then, I got these custom scales, and then, we talked about it earlier in the stream. If you guys weren't here, I put in a custom cutout. I sanded that out, took the knife apart, and I took the scale and I sanded that out. Now I have a really nice axis where I can drop the knife and not worrying about guillotining my finger, and the action is really nice. So you can see when I'm up here, I can drop it and not have that fall on my thumb anymore. So that to me made that knife salvageable. Just like my Chavez. Some of you guys, I know some people sold their Chavezes because their clips, they had clips with their issue. I took this apart and I don't know if you can see this, but I sanded, I beveled and I rounded my clip. And this goes in the pocket really nicely now. And so I've done that with a few knives, and to me it saved them, made them very, very usable. So that to me was what I was worried about with the null, because I have not handled it. It's one of those knives I haven't touched. Most of the other knives I've touched or had a chance to know, right? For instance, like the Drift LC. I didn't really want to buy this, but I asked them and they said they were coming out with one, and they said, hey, we're going to have one out. We can send you one to try out if you'd like, and you can do a review. So I got this before they first dropped, right? And so I had a chance to get it. I felt really honored because, got a chance to get a hold of this about the time when everybody else, all the other YouTubers got them, right? And I got it and I loved it. And I thought, okay. And I said, all right, can I buy this one? Because right after I got it, it dropped pretty quickly thereafter, right? And it actually had a little scuff on the scale. And the reason why I got it, this is the pass around, or was the one they were going to loan out, because it has a scuff on the black coated titanium scale. And so that would be the one people get check out because it's imperfect. I like the knife so much, I asked him if I could buy the imperfect knife. That's how much I like this. So just so you know, I was not willing, because of my large IQ issue, I wasn't ready to jump on the board with the next quiet carry. But that one restored my faith 100%. So the PMP Berserker stays in the water. Stays in your case. All right. Just admire. Yeah. So I have one Safe Queen, and it's my dad's knife. That's really it. And it's not probably worth a whole lot. It's worth a lot to me. It's just not worth a lot to anybody. It was a kickstop. Oh, okay. Tonto for 300. That's a good price. That's a good price. Yeah, level on up. I could see myself kicking myself because I paid the 410 for the other one. I'm okay with that. Now, you know what bugged me? I have that RNK 10% off, right? If you buy your knives at White Mountain Knives, right after I bought that knife, I saw White Mountain Knives had the drop point kickstop titanium Chavez, and I put it in my box, and my RNK10 code worked. And I could have had $41 off of the knife. $370 for that knife, brand new. Felt like $40 I threw away for it. I could have gone toward another knife. I don't look at it as like, oh, I lost $40. I always look at it as $40 for another knife, right? I don't know about you. That's how I think. The Yojimbo, all blacked out. Okay, I like that one. Now, that's the Yojumbo. The Yojumbo, not the Yojimbo. So you like the... So NFK, do you have large hands? Because the Yojumbo always seemed like a knife that was, you'd have to have a good size hand or just like really large knives to like the Yojimbo. The Yojimbo seems more reasonable to me for my hands. I have large hands, right? I don't have extra large, double extra large hands. Yeah, the Sharp by Design Mini Evo, I could see that, yeah. Oh, the VSEP by Les George. That's pretty cool. You keep it super clean. Well, that's the same thing. I mean, I'm not gonna, like this thing right here, right? I'm not telling you I'm going out and breaking down tons and tons of boxes, but I do use it, right? Now, if I go somewhere where there's a chance I might have to use it, I'm having a 5th pocket knife in my pocket. I'm carrying my little baby banter or something, right? My mini QSP, something like that, so that I know there's a knife that if I had to beat it up, it could be beat up. I wouldn't be using that, right? Definitely, that is consideration. Just like with the McNees, you know, if this is not a knife where I'm out in the public, I just let anybody borrow, right? You can almost do a whole video on other knives you'd let people borrow. There's some that you would never let people borrow because they wouldn't know how to work it. There's others you wouldn't let people borrow because you're afraid they could really hurt a good knife. Make yourself big full screen? All right, I could do that. All right, there you go. I always like to have the knives be the main attraction, but I guess we could look at me. There you go. Yeah, so I do like to do that, and I have a couple of small ones that I use over here. So, like, you know, I have my mini QSP. That's a 5th pocket knife for me. I use that a lot, and that'll absolutely accompany, and it still looks really nice. So it can accompany a really nice knife, like, you know, like a McNees or you know, a Shiro or something like that, or even my Trevor Burger or something like that, or a Lamet Custom. So I like that. I also, since I kind of upgraded the baby banter, so the baby banter, which is normally a really kind of a cheap knife, this is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. This is the S35 VN blade steel, and then I have the unlocked composite scales, and I put Skiff washers on this. This has Skiff washers. I got to tell you, the action is actually pretty nice on this little guy. I'd never expected it to kind of have action, and it's gotten better as I use it more, but as a 5th pocket knife, it's pretty nice. So, I don't know. I could see that. A Gerber dime. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, is this better? Can you see it now like that? Does that work a little bit better for you guys? You can see that, right? That's the Civivi baby banter. I like this one because it has a nice cutout right there. Can you see that cutout right there? That works really well. So. All right. Yeah, I normally try to do all that stuff down on a desktop so you can see it there. But yeah, I figure I don't know if you really want to see me. Maybe you just want to see the knives more, but that's fine. We can do that. If this doesn't scare you, then I'm okay with it. Yeah, I like the unlocked composite scales. I'm waiting for him. I keep bugging him. I keep asking him about the big banter. He's supposed to be doing some for the big banter. That's in the works. Now, he's a single guy, a single person shop. So that he has to plan that out. Like I realized why it took him so long. I don't know if you saw that NAF's knives, they actually had a whole bunch of the lander scales for sale on their site, which means they probably put in a big order for him and he had to fill that first. That's a pretty big commitment, right? Because what put him on the map was he made the first scales for the banter, and it was Ben's friend Zach. Zach wasn't a banter fan, and then he got these scales, and he loved the banter, and so unlocked composite scales they kind of got on the map with that. Yeah, they would look really cool. I just don't know if anybody's willing to do that yet. Now, there was a 20 CV version of the banter that was interesting. This is the S35 VN, which for me, for the knife and the price of what I pay and what I'm using the knife for, S35 VN is a good steal. It's a very, is 20 CV, is it would I be willing to pay for 20 CV? I mean, if it was a really nice finish on the 20 CV and I had the titanium scales, yes. But otherwise, I think S35VN with black wash is really nice. Protect Mr. Whiskers. Oh, so you got a Mr. Whiskers, Louie. Okay. I've always wondered about that. I have always wondered how the Whiskers is. I hear good things about it. Does it lock? Can you lock a Whiskers, or is it always capable of deploying by shifting the scales like it's supposed to? I'm kind of curious if there's any locking mechanisms, because I have my anniversary present from my wife is a TR3. Let's see if it's over here. There we are. All right, so this was an anniversary present from my wife, the TR3, and this is and it has the locking mechanism you can see right there. You can pull that back and it unlocks. And so then this is you see that's the MagnaCut version. Now, this is the MagnaCut version before Larry and Thomas came in there to Protect to help them out with their heat treat. So this is probably at best 61 HRC. It's not the 62, 63. Probably 60 HRC. But what does that mean? Do you still get the benefits of MagnaCut? Yeah, it's tough. It's tougher at the lower, like at 60, 61. It's tougher than at 62, 63. But the edge retention is not going to be as nice. But that's my Protect right here. That's the one I have. And it has a lock. That's why I was asking about the Whiskers. Does it have any sort of lock? I just kind of worry, could that deploy in your pocket, right? When do you get the Whiskers in? Or do you already have it? Do you already have it in hand? Kind of curious how are you liking it? Okay, so it's pretty stiff. All right, all right. Is it, do you have to overcome something, or is it just a push, do you just have to get the two scales and get the two sides, I guess to do here, get the two sides and then slide them apart, right? Or do you have to kind of like overcome something? I'm kind of curious how that works. I'd be really interesting to see like a CAD drawing of it taken apart, right? Hey, Soggy Cheeto, welcome back. Who won? I will tell you in a second. Somebody here remembers. Who? Level on up. That's right. Level on up. That's right. That's right. Level on up won. Yes, he did. Yes. We were talking about that earlier, right? Remember that? We were talking about, have you ever won? And was that Tyler that asked you? Anyways. And so he ended up winning. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so I did skiffs on those. I have skiffs also for something else. I'm going to be trying, I have some new skiffs that I believe can fit the landers. I do have some new skiffs that Steve actually, his son designed. They're the 3/64 ball bearing size, and it takes the smaller pivot. So I'm going to try that on the lander. Does it need it? No, but I can tell you that this is still very smooth, but skiffs in here could make this like an insanely nice knife. The way I describe skiffs, okay, so this is somebody asked me, he says, I see you, do you like to put skiffs in everything? And I go, well, yeah, I do. Do a lot of knives need them? No, but I like to say it. If you know Steve Skiff Sr. and the Skiff Custom Works, all his custom knives, and if you've seen those or ever handled those, you'll understand the quality of those knives. We're up there at like a full Brian Nadeau custom, a full, crazy Marfione custom or something like that, right? Well, I describe when I put skiffs in there, 2 times. There's only been 2 times that skiffs didn't make any difference, and I took them out. But in the hundreds of other knives, it always made a difference. And I always like to say it's like getting a little bit of the Skiff custom magic dusted on your knife. It's almost like you get a little Skiff custom magic dusted on your knife when you put them in. So that's the way I say it. And so to me, it makes it just really nice. Casey, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, broke your bad luck streak. Hey, that's all right. Level on up. I've yet to break mine. I mean, I've won gifted memberships, but I have yet to win a knife. Besides, oh wait, I keep talking about technically I can't say that. I won the Wii knife. Yeah, I did win the Wii knife, but I've yet to win a YouTuber channel knife. I've never done that, and I've entered a lot. So I'm always excited to see people win. I always hope in all the other ones that I enter that someday I could win. I don't know. After a while, I just realized, you know, I'm there for the fun, right? I'm there to enjoy it. So yeah, so I'm gonna be trying some skiffs in that. I put skiffs in my Scout. That made it really nice as well. Putting skiffs in here. So the action's really nice for this one as well. Let's see if we can, I have to go back a little bit. It's a little high. So skiffs work really nice in that. Did y'all see what I did to my my clip there? I bent it and I had to fix it. It's the best I could do. So that was a bummer, but it happens. Yeah, and the one I won was the Sakshi. You know, that's why I had a Sakshi and I gave away a Sakshi. So this what I won was a Sakshi, but what I gave away was a Sakshi. So, and I've always liked the Sakshi. This is one of those knives I had. It was like one of my first Wii nice knives. Right here was the Sakshi, and if you can still find these, they're really a ridiculously great buy. You get so much for this knife. This is the G-10 because I always had the goal of dyeing this at some point. This is titanium liners. It's got a flipper, it's got a fuller, and the fuller works really nicely. Fuller is really nice, and it works, since it's a liner lock, it works left and right-handed really, really well. Now, it's a right-hand tip up only, so that's a bummer if you're lefty, but this is one of those knives that I can just carry all day long and just fidget. Whenever I want to just have a real simple knife to carry and fidget, this is it. It's got a beautiful thin grind, so it's a super slicer. It's not very thin on the edge, and not a hollow grind, but very nice thin grind, and it's full flat grind all the way up to the top. So that makes it really, really nice. That was what I won, and so I was very excited to win that, you know, because it's a knife I really, really enjoy, and got a chance to make it part of the 2K giveaway. It is. It's like a premium ultimate elementum, but notice it's a drop point, but it's almost like a straight back, but it's a drop point. Yeah, it's not quite as, doesn't have as big belly on the blade as the elementum, and the elementum actually has a little bit of a hollow grind, right? And the elementum, I think the blade is a little thicker. This is a pretty thin blade, pretty thin blade. But the action on this is just really nice. And of course, it does have skiff washers, yes. And part of the skiff washers is part of the action. Makes it really nice. So, yeah, and they actually make that one in carbon fiber too. So you could do carbon fiber. So, like I said, I was going to get that IQ in, the large IQ. I'm going to work on that cutout probably, and at least if nothing, the lock bar. Just if I can flatten out that lock bar, I think that knife would be outstanding. Some of the other things that I've modded. I put washers. I'll be putting washers in some other things. Oh, I did put washers, by the way, in my Rick Hinderer knife. Somebody in one of the comments thought that if you put skiff washers in here, it voids the warranty, and I looked that up, and it doesn't say that. It does say if there's things that you do to the knife, if you put hardware that modifies the knife, then it can void the warranty, in the sense of if you get third-party screws or whatever and it bends or bows the knife. I think that's the way it's worded or something like that. It doesn't say bend or bow, but that's what they mean. So Yeah, I like the Sakshi better than the Elementum. I don't hate the Elementum. Elementum's a little small. I like the Sakshi better. I've always liked the Sakshi better. I like that look of that knife. The premium Elementum is pretty nice. If I was going to do an Elementum, I'd love to maybe consider the Damasteel version. That looks kind of cool. Oh, you won on B's Blades? Oh, really? That's cool, man. What did you win, Casey? What did you win? A knife? Kind of curious. That would be cool. You know, the one I figure if I'm not gonna win, I want to save it up to like one of those like when Everyday Minimalist or MC or Neves Knives, when they break 500,000 or Everyday Minimalist breaks 1 million or something, and they give away like a custom Shirgorov or a custom Koenig or something like that. That's, if I'm never going to win, maybe I'm saving up for that. That's the one I want to win. You modified your Cheerios with some sugar. That's awesome. I like Cheerios, and I like Cheerios with sugar. I also like to put fruit in there. I usually put bananas or strawberries in there. It's really good. That's one of my favorite cereals with fruit. A Kubi Echo and a swag pack. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congrats, man. That's really cool. Now, Bees, he's got a much bigger channel than I do, obviously, so he's got some wonderful things like that. But, you know, we're plugging away. We're getting there. I can't believe there's 2,420 plus subscribers. I am humbled by that and really grateful, by the way, for you guys. It's really cool. So, kind of neat. Not just kind of neat, it is neat. Actually, dang, Ross, you're making me hungry because I didn't eat dinner. So that Cheerio sounds really good about right now. As soon as we're going to wrap this up here in a little bit, you know, then I'm going to I might go get a bowl of Cheerios. And I have some fruit in there. I might put that on there. That sounds really good. Matter of fact, that just really, really sounds good for some reason. I guess it's the time of the evening, right? I did show you guys, were you guys here earlier when I talked about what I did with the McNeese one? Did y'all see that? We put the Lynch custom clip on there. Some people aren't fans of this. I like this clip personally because it has a really wonderful ramp. It's got nice flex to it, and it has wrap with recessed screws right there, and it goes in and out of the pocket fantastically. And it is a full concealed carry. So this knife no longer sticks out like that. It actually goes all the way down. And I got this awesome backspacer from James Dean. Super, super cool guy. He had an extra one, then he bought an extra one, and he said, hey, I'll just like to send that to you as a gift to the channel. And I put his link in there, and I'll do it again if you guys get a chance to go to his Instagram page and check him out. But this right here is a dark bronze rock textured backspacer. And I had the standoffs. Did it need it? No. Does it look nice? Yes. Is it just a little bit cooler? Absolutely. You know, it's not a frag pattern. It's not one of those fancy millings, but man, it adds to me, it adds like some character to this knife. It makes it, to me, stand out just a little bit better. I already love this knife. This was a grail knife for me for the longest time. I handled a McNeese 3.0 at a blade show, a gun show, and some guy was selling them out of Dallas, and he was a authorized dealer, and I handled it. And, you know, I did that first flick when you drop it and it drops down and then it closes with that buttery close. From there on out, it became a grail knife. But it was too much money for me back then. I didn't have the cash with me because you had to buy it cash. And I didn't realize that. So, yeah. You've been glued to the stream. Oh, man, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm glued here, too, because you guys are awesome. So it's been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy that. I know, dang, Ross, some fruit. I like strawberries, blueberries are good, bananas are good, and I haven't tried like any raspberries. Raspberries are not always my favorite because the little seeds are super crunchy. It sometimes gets in your gums, you know, just because raspberries are like that. But I do like raspberries. Boysenberries would probably be really good. What What else would be good in that? I think those would be my favorite fruits right there, I think. Yeah. Oh, you know, I was going to have the knife sale, and I'm going to still sell a few of the knives, but something I did, I got a second Pelican case, and it has the Nalpac case in it. So I have one that's for larger knives up to 36, and now I have one for 40, so I can comfortably case 76 knives, and I have a display that can easily do another 7 knives, and then I have a couple of hang things that could do another 16 knives. But I am going to sell about 3 or 4 knives. I decided after all of that a couple of knives that I was going to put up for sale, I decided I think I want to keep. And one of them is going to be the Makani. I started carrying that one again, and I realized I really do like this knife a lot. And I really do like the action on this one a lot. And, oops, sorry. Just really, really nice. So I decided on that. There was a couple of knives I decided I was going to keep. The other one I'm still up in the air about is still about my Mini Malice. I do like this a lot. It's a Ferrum Forge, you know. It was my, if you will, consolation prize for the Mordax. And I thought I would sell it because I wasn't carrying it. And then, you know, you boxed it up, getting ready to sell. And then I pulled it out and I started fidgeting with it again. And I realized I like this knife. There's a few knives I pulled out and I tried to fidget with them, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like those knives. I'm going to sell them. It's not that it's not they're bad knives. It's just they weren't drawing me in like some of these other knives, right? Hey, Experience Precision, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. That would be cool to get an epic knife. I can absolutely see that. I mean, did y'all see that MC? I don't know if you may not be fans of him, but Metal Complex. He bought that custom Marfione knife. I mean, he spent probably what, $10,000 on that thing. I'm guessing it's got to be at least $5,000 or close to it. That's that custom knife. Yeah, I would have to sell at least a third of my knives to get something like that. And he did sell quite a bit of knives. If you're on his Patreon, he's sold quite a bit. I didn't get a chance to get any of those, and I wasn't really interested in the ones he was selling. So. That's cool. 6,300. So you know it was 6,300. Is that what it was listed as? Did you see it where the one he bought? You know, I used to think that his custom by Brian Nadeau, you know, the dagger one that he has, that one was super expensive. What is the other one that's up there? Oh, and he got his deadlock in too, the John Wick 2 deadlock. Did you see our John Wick 3 deadlock? If you got the box and everything, that was what were they selling in that one for? Was that the one's like 5,000? That was like 5,000, wasn't it? See, I listened. I never heard him say what the price was. I must have missed it. I must not have been paying attention. I was probably listening while I was working. But wow, that's a lot. I mean, I think it's a lot when I hit the $900 mark, right? That's about it. You know, I've been in the $800 range a few times now, but I haven't officially broken 900 yet, or 1,000. And that's going to take a while to get there, but I do realize that's no longer out of possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. I realize I could do that if the right opportunity and timing worked out. So I don't know what would be that good for me to spend that much money on something that I would still carry. Because as you know, it may change. I get it. It may change. And I realize my knife journey is always growing and it's changing, but I still don't see myself not carrying anything I buy. I just don't. Even if I carry it very carefully and very cautiously, I still will carry it. Yeah, he could have bought 6 really nice Hermans, or 8 or 9 or even 10 nice Hermans. He could have bought 10, and he could have bought 8 or 9 really nice Koenigs. He could have bought What else? Some of the knives. He could have bought really all decked out, like 6 to 8 really nice decked out Chris Reeves hinders, which I know he loves. And I think he sold one of his hinders for this too, by the way. One of his nice ones. Did you see that? I think the glow in the dark one. Wish he'd sold one of his XM18 3.5 texture scales. I'd have bought it for him. Then I wouldn't have bought my Meton Boss. But I'm still excited about that one. I think it's going to be nice. So that's a good question. How about you guys? What's the nicest knife purchase or acquisition you've made? The nicest one to date. It may be something that's not in your possession now because you had to do things. Like my nicest watch I ever had was a titanium Omega Seamaster. I love that watch, but I was in college and I went back to school after I was working to finish my degree because it was being hindered in my career at one particular place and I needed to get a degree in something. And my last semester of my college, advanced college, I needed to pay for it. And in order to pay for that last tuition, I sold my Omega titanium Seamaster watch to pay for the semester. I got pretty close to what I paid for that watch because it's a collector's piece. And never had another watch that nice. Probably, I doubt I will, but yeah. So I don't know if you guys had watched a knife like that. The Rosie and the Deadlock, yeah. I would like to get a Rosie and a Deadlock. And a Koenig, mini Koenig, or mini Arius. I'd like to get a mini Arius, right? That's the one I'd really be interested in. I'd like to get a Rosie. I'd like to get a mini FSD from Brown Knives, right? I'd like to get one of those. I would like to try an Evo at some point. I don't know if I'd like it. It looks like I might like it. It would, if it had the action and what I would expect it to be, I think I would like it. But the problem with a knife like that, it could be similar to another knife that I've handled and I'd be very disappointed. And that's what I'd really want to handle it before I made that decision. Yeah. I had a Jurassic that I really liked. I bought it. Well, I bought a Jurassic. I liked it because it's a hinder and it was really nice. But I bought it because everyone said you had to have a hinder. And so I bought the Jurassic. And I didn't like it because the flipper really was very annoying and got in the way. And so I ended up selling it. I even had gotten the titanium scale for it because I thought if I did that, it would make it better. So I sold that. And then I was really dead set I'd never get another hinderer. And then I saw this non-flipper and I heard all the good things about it. And I got an email because I go on the Hinder website and I'd sign up for the alerts whenever they drop something. And I got the alert that in the evening that these were for available. And sometimes you get those alerts in the evening when no one else is checking their email and you get it. And I went, okay, well, let me go look. And there it was. Now it had a red scale on. It was stone washed, which was what I wanted, but it had a red scale. I didn't care about the scale because I knew I was going to replace it. I really wanted to put a titanium on at some point. So I got the hinder. And I got to tell you, had this been my first hinder experience, I probably would have thought every hinderer was great because this is amazing. But I also realized, that also makes me realize that not every knife that every manufacturer makes is absolutely perfect for me, right? You got to figure out what are important things for you? What are the aesthetic things that mean something to you? Some people love flippers, and flippers are their only thing. Some people like thumb studs, and that's their only thing. Some people like fuller holes, and that's their only thing. I get that. All those things are legit things for you, and if that's important, then you know what that decision is, right? Oh, the Koenig Aries Mokutai hardware clip backspacer. I'm carrying it tomorrow at my dad's. Oh, Louie, your dad passed away. I'm sorry. My sincere condolences. But a great knife in his honor. I have a knife that I carried at my son's wedding, and I was going to sell it. And it became very meaningful to me because of that. So I can relate to that. I can very much relate to that. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think that You were telling me, what weren't you telling me that your father was into knives as well, right? I think if I remember correctly, um, he was into knives, and I think it was something that you can honor him by, right? You know, a beautiful knife for a beautiful dad. So there you go. That's cool. I hope someday that when I pass, that my sons will, the knives that they inherit will mean something to them, and that maybe perhaps at my funeral they'll carry a knife in my honor. I would love that. I really would. I think that would be cool. That's a neat way. You know, in the, I guess in the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, people would give knives as a way of honoring friendships and friends. Yeah. You could say a prayer or a moment of silence, whatever you prefer. I'll say a prayer for Louis, for your family, and for everybody tomorrow, that it would be a time of good remembering, and hopefully bring some peace to everybody. So we can do that. All right. Well, Louis, be strong for your family and for everybody. But I can tell you one thing as a dad, and I don't know if your dad ever said this to you, but I've said this to my sons. A father is the only person in your life that ever wants you to be better, more successful, and excel at everything that he ever has done or will ever do than himself. That is his son. He would be, I don't know, any father, myself included, that if any of my sons excelled or out excelled me in anything that I did, I would not feel threatened. I would be complimented by that. And so, I don't know. Sometimes this gets a little deep in here, but that's all right. That's all right. You know, you really think about the history of knives. I mean, if you ever go into the history of it, there's a lot to be said. You think about swords and families and a family sword, and even in the military passing on. There's a lot of history, a lot of honor, a lot of family crests and family swords that pass along. But then you think about what they mean and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I think the knife community, really, there's a lot of good history there, you know, and I hope we never lose that. And to me, what I like about knives is they're tangible. They're not digital. They're not something that gets lost over time, right? They're something that's physically tangible in our hands that we can hold and we can use and pass along and can endure, you know, to the next person. You can give, you know, as a gift. Like when my son graduated college, I gave him a knife, gave him a wallet, but I gave him a knife. When my teenage sons graduate high school, I'm going to give them each a pocket knife. Absolutely. And I think knives can help remember people. Like I remember the good things about my dad through the knife that I have from him. He wasn't a perfect father. He failed at a lot of things. And, you know, there's dads who, you know, try their best and aren't perfect. And then there's dads who fail miserably and sometimes get a few things right. And then there's dads who are just never there. You know, my dad was one who failed miserably at most things and only got a few things right. But I try to hold on to those few things right that he did do through the memory of that knife that I got from him. Because I don't have a whole lot of things from him. But that one knife, that knife he bought as a Boy Scout before World War II, it kind of is my memory of my dad. So. Hopefully there's something like that there for you as well, Louis. And I hope that someday for my sons, you know, I have 3 boys and I'd like that to be the same case for them. And I can only imagine if, like, think of someone like a chef, right? Imagine those would be awesome things as well, right? If they have a favorite knife. So I don't know. Absolutely. And Patrick, you know, it takes real strength to be able to look those things in the eye, right? It takes weakness to run away from it and hide from it, right? Sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to be strong, not because you're not wanting to show weakness, but you're there to help others. Even in your sadness, you need to be strong for others. You know, I think, God forbid if I should ever lose my wife. I hope it never happens. She wouldn't want me to outlive her, and I wouldn't want to outlive her, and she doesn't want to outlive me. But if that happens, I would want to be the strongest person there for my kids, my family. Not because I'm denying the emotions, just to be there to encourage them. Because I've had, you know, the wonderful memories. So, but it doesn't mean that we don't grieve. We have to grieve. We just have to do it. Just accept that part of the process, and that's okay. But it doesn't happen overnight, just so you know. If you just lost them, I know in some traditions, like I don't know where your faith is, but in some traditions, they have, like, you grieve for a year, an entire year. You have a whole year of grieving to go through. So, whatever that time is, just take the time, but allow yourself to go through it. So, whoo, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. I don't know. That just, you know, when you see what sometimes we carry, it makes those knives, and the power of the tool takes a powerful man to handle, to appreciate, to use, and to pass on, you know? And I think that's why tools like that are kind of cool. They really speak to us, right? They resonate to us. It almost reminds me of I don't know why I'm bringing this in, but it reminds me of, we're talking about the emotions, right? There's a song that's been out recently, and you guys may all know about it. You may not. And it's not a political song, just so everyone knows. Some people are trying to say it is. It's not. The dude is totally apolitical. But he wrote this song talking about the average everyday guy struggling, going through, carrying the load and seeing what's going on. I don't know if you've ever heard of Richmond, north of Richmond. And I'm not trying to get political. If that bothers you, please ignore it, right? But I think if you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's a song that can really resonate and hopefully encourage you, but to let you know that we're not alone. We're all in this together. All of us grieve. All of us go through hard times. All of us have pain. And one thing I mentioned, Louis, too, is you don't grieve for people you didn't care about. If you didn't care about them, it's not going to bother you if they passed away. The people that you miss and love the most are the ones that cause the most pain. And it's not they cause the pain, it's just the fact that they're not there. The loss of their presence is what's painful. So the way you can honor that is remember them, remember their legacy, and pass that on. Pass that on to other family members, your children, right? So there we go. Oh, Patrick, you got a watch case for 12 slots to fill up, 7 to go. I'm buying things to fill the void in my life. I'll be damned if I go with dollars in the bank. Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing. You know, if we go all digital currency and everything goes to hell in a hay-basket, knives, this could be a commodity that you could really use to negotiate and trade with. Just like, you know, gold, right? I'm not saying all that, but if it should happen, like some people speculate, it's good to have some negotiables. and tools and material things can be negotiable. And knives are a very good negotiation implement. So we who collect knives might be very forward-thinking people if you know, things were to go hell in a hay basket, right? So I always like to think about that. It's probably that we're planning better. Other people would say it's foolish, but I think we're planning better. All right, man, it is almost 10 o'clock, and it's been a good evening. It's been really good. I got bunch of new members. Thank you to you guys who are new members. For those of you who are still here, I really appreciate it. The channel allows the channel to grow. It allows me to do the giveaways, allows this channel to do things, and I appreciate that because I like doing that kind of stuff. I want it to be fun, right? And I want it to be something that I find interesting. I hope you find interesting. And so that to me is really cool. Oh yeah, that's also good for trading. You're right. I do have a few of those things. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That is true. Never hurts to have a few things like that in mind, right? So everyone, level on up. Just Nate, Louie, Patrick. Who else am I? Let's see here, we got Nate, we got Patrick, we got Louie. I think that most of us were talking. I didn't know if there's anybody else here. I just want to say thank you. Experience Precision. Yeah. So thank you guys. It's been a good Todd Carr. Appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you, everybody. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. Sometimes we get a little heavy. Sometimes we laugh a little bit, and that's okay. You know, if you don't laugh, if you don't cry, you don't experience life. And I don't know, just like knives are so different and so vastly different and have so many unique aesthetics about them, I think our emotions are like that. I think we as men are like that, and people and if any ladies here, we as people are like that. I think all that stuff is good. And that's an awesome way to end. So I will salute every one of you guys. Tonight, I will give you a McNeese salute for the evening. Thank you to you guys. You guys have been awesome. This has been a great, great live stream. We'll see you next Monday. Please come back, and we'll see you throughout the week. Hopefully some good videos and reviews and unboxings will be fun this week. So you guys have a great week and a great night. Appreciate it. And here's to all of you guys. Salute to you guys. Have a good night. Thank you again. And Louie, our thoughts and prayers for you are with you for tomorrow. Good night.